G'day guys, Josh here. Good work by Josh, by the way, first of all. One, we've got all the HUD stuff on here. And two, we're going to fix that in a few seconds, by the way. Let's go back to me. We'll get the timeout sorted. Oh man, you guys having a great day today. I thought I'd do something because if you guys don't know, I won't be casting any matches tomorrow because I'll be at my dad's. So I thought I'd just cast this today. I wasn't sure if I was going to get home tonight. You guys can hear the stuff going in the background. And I'll tell you how everything's going until I fix up my HUD. Okay. Looks like it's going to be a 2 for... Ooh, it's going to be an absolute obliteration by Tux. Trying to pop in via uppers and, well, it didn't go so well by pop in and via uppers. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be up to Night Raid, and Night Raid... He's going to be mullied off the angle, so he's not going to be holding too much at the moment. Bombs dropped. Vantage going to find it very difficult to even get into the site. And also it's an AWP as well. There's no AKs nearby. They try to hunt, squeaky, execute, and trying a hunt, squeaky, execute against a team that knows how to play hunt, squeaky, like Mindfreak, is just going to result in pain and unhappiness. Let's just put it that way. And that's what's exactly happened here. It's just absolute pain and unhappiness. We're probably going to be waiting here for like a couple more rounds before it's over at this point. Bit late. I just got home from work. Literally just got home from work. Man, to be fair, I'm not going to be doing any of that playoff casting to begin with. Like, tomorrow I'm out, and that's it. And then there are Saturday and Sunday games all casted and paid for, which I'm not doing either. Let's give you a save round from Nut Raid. No real point to just trying to pursue this, to be honest. Just trying to save. I'm a bit surprised that Mindfreak aren't sweeping onto him. Given they know it's Night Raid, still alive. But again, their money's pretty shit as well, so they don't want to sacrifice stuff for it all. Would be surprised to see a timeout from Vantage here, because it's still winnable for Vantage. They're still able to get to OT. What games are on Saturday and Sunday? The Consolidation and the Grand Final. Which are all casted by ESL CS TV, or ESL TV. Or ESL CS. That's why. I can't cast any of those games. I'm good, Binner. Sucks. It's poking and prodding. Doesn't get any information yet. Omi's being tagged up, so to have the information, that'll be, hey, Chief, run in there, and I'll do a bit of damage. Super. Interesting little jump peek here. Vantage, they gotta get Super cleanly. But they won't. They do get Tux cleanly, though, so that means Super's gotta go back into sight. Remy. Not sure what to open that toxic door. Will he do? Super. Very tough decision for him. Backup's coming in the form of Gump. Night Raid. It's open. Blocked off towards the ramp area. They already know about it. They don't check for Gump. Gump gets the opener. Jinx will only get 2 for 2. 2 for 1 at least. Pain trades out. Jinx doesn't get the bomb down. Jinx had a bit of a panic attack there. Gonna allow the Molotov to come out. Pain's just, oh jeez, wasn't ready for it. Wasn't ready for the initial peak. Pain and Slimy were looking to end it right there, but Night Raid's just like, nah, you're gonna be here for another round. Another round they are here for. As Mindfreak, well, Vantage make that 8. And Mindfreak let me enjoy my dinner for a bit longer before I have to get back on cams. I'm eating some fish and chips, by the way, if you guys are curious. Give you a timeout from Mindfreak. I'm gonna say it is getting away from Mindfreak here, so I do appreciate the timeout. I mean, the last couple of rounds, essentially got away from them, especially that one. Got a bit out of hand. They are going to force up. Whether this will surprise Vantage is left up to interpretation at this point. Will Vantage be expecting a force buy? If they see the initial utility, they will. And they'll probably adapt accordingly. Given the early smokes and the Molotovs, Super's actually expecting a hard squeak execute, just poking and prodding. Looking towards Silo. Vantage for a lot of early utility. They're expecting a rush here at Mindfreak. Homie. Gump on the off angle, flashbang goes in, runs past Gump. It's gonna be a 1-for-1, Drox quickly trades. Looks towards Mini. The Mini defender didn't pop out. Checks outside as well, doesn't see any more players. Meanwhile, Slimy and Super just getting tucked in towards Inners. Pain looking towards ramp. They've got no ramp defender other than Pain, and at this point, Pain can't miss. Well, they've actually got a lobby crunch here. Slimy will take down Vision from behind. They'll be able to escape. That's the main problem. I don't think they will be able to. Jinx won't let Super escape. Slimy's got a lot of information. It's just about when to push. Jinx is lurked in. No contact play, no telegraphing. Actually, Pain and uppers. Actually being thrown in. Drox is going to... Nightrade's going to take a bit of damage. Nightrade's going to commit to this plant. Duck's coming up to the vents. Nightrade. It's going to be careful here. Tense retake. Nightrade holding heart. He knows Slimy's around here. Slimy's going to be very careful. Peeks into Nightrade. Nightrade's just got him ear to ear. Ducks. Oh, team sniped by Drox from Mini. Drox, the outside player, and Pain's just going to be like, nah, we're getting out of here. They're not going to let him exit. Pain, just rushing to CT spawn. Drox is definitely in hot pursuit here. But doesn't see it to be worth it. I'm going to say Vantage, they're going to keep that money healthy. Given the fact that you see their Vision and Omi have no money. So Nito's dropped AKs. So they can get themselves a bit of utility. Vantage are done very well on that T side at the moment. Both teams' CT sides have been pretty lackluster. I just realized I entered the Vantage's name wrong. Wondering why I didn't have a map up. This could go to OT, by the way. Pain. Very aggressive with that wall. Might get a frag. If he does get a frag, rifle's not recoverable, but if they get a bit closer, it might be. Pain does get the open onto Omi. I figured out where the AWP is. They're going to rush ramp. And Mindfreak have guessed this. Got a crossfire here. They've cleaned out one. Might clear out. Oh, jeez. Tux gets a second. Nightraid trades out Super. Gonna be a 2-for-1 trade, but no rifles are recoverable. Jinx gonna be very careful. Doesn't want to give DCZ an advantage. Not ready to trade, but Pain comes in from behind. It's just Vision in a 1v2. And the bomb's dropped as well by Nightraid. They do have a cross as well, and Vision's gonna be very difficult for him. Potentially salvage this round. He's got both of them, their backs turned. Although he's going to steal that bomb. They're not going to realize that he's still there. Pain, adjusting the angle. Vision. He might go to A of this, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to go to A of this. Mindfreak have not realized that the bomb's been taken from them. Ooh. Makes a noise. Vision. Maybe under a bit of battle already. Oh, beautiful shot by Vision. Now it's moving towards Pain. Pain gets an AK out. And great by Pain. And it's going to be the 13th round for Mindfreak. They win on a half buy. Smart play by Pain to get that AK in his hands running the AWP. And that's going to be a second map to Mindfreak. That is going to give him a 13-9 victory. And I'm a bit happy about that, okay? I got to say, I've been getting a bit worried that Mindfreak weren't going to close that one out, okay? Because, geez, the Vantage were getting back into it slowly but surely. I gotta say, very, very reckless very reckless ramp push there, given the fact that there's a 2-for-1 trade, and also as well, I think towards the end there for Vision, just gave away his position a bit too early. You can silent jump and roll to the side off that heaven ledge. I got a bit too nervous and, you know, cop some damage. But either way, I gotta say, I think Mindfreak will probably going to convert a next buy round anyway. I don't think Mindfreak will be too happy about how long that went for in particular. I think they'll be a bit peeved, given the fact they really should have slowed that up a lot sooner. I know they lost a pistol in the anti-eco, but this is their map pick, and you know they're fairly good on the CT side. So I think they'll be just relieved that they got the 3 rounds and got onto the next map, which is going to be Dust 2. In particular, I believe it was Super and Tux really starring out here. Overall, with the assist category as well, I think Vantage, one of their main strong suits that led to this comeback in particular was their trading. Their trading went up substantially during the comeback. So basically, like a lot of their assists was during that comeback on their T side in particular. Next up, we're going to go to, obviously, their 3rd map. But we're going to wait for just a moment so we can get a quick break. I'm not sure how long it will be for the game to be back up. I'm just going to say it's probably going to be 5-10 minutes. These players are like just ready to go every day of the week. I've actually got to check something because should be 5-10 minutes. Yeah, it should be, but it depends really. Yeah, that's odd. My stream's just not showing up in HLTV even though I'm on. I know it takes a long time for it to update. But anyway, so yeah, overall, I felt pretty, like I say, I think Vantage did a really good effort in that entire, thing. I think Vision was 110 ADR, he was. But yeah, I feel really bad for Mindfreak, to be honest. You add yourself at me, I'm at it. It's just, it's not showing that I'm live. That's the point, that's the difference. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, what we got here? Just trying to check the opposition duels. By the way, Pain's initial duels was 7-0, okay, in opening duels. So Pain was an absolute beast on the on Mindfreak, and that's like 7 opening duels, making it 5v4. And I've got to say that's going to be a big problem if that's the case, that they won 13 opening duels, and yeah, like they should have been a lot more cleaner, I suppose. That's my POV on that one. We're gonna go to Dust 2. That's the next map. No one's in there yet. We'll just wait for it. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go and take a quick break because I've still got dinner here. So I'm gonna have a break, okay? Yo guys, we are back. Welcome back. I'm Josh. I'll be your caster for the third map here. So I was thinking, basically as well, after this map and after the interview, if there's still games going on, we'll most likely swing to the open games for a bit, and then we'll get on to Tyloo versus the Cube, because that will be a pretty good game for the Asia region. Now, Mindfreak and Vantage, very excited BO3, currently 1-1 at the moment. I saw BNK lost to Rooster 2-0. A bit sad to see the Kangaroos get absolutely blitzed by Rooster, but that's just the nature of the beast between the Roosters and the Kangaroos. Is that sometimes they 2-0 each other, then they 2-0 right back, and it's just basically a wild roller coaster basically as well. And you know the funny part is when I interviewed both Brace, Wombat, and ASAP. Okay, so ASAP, they learned a lot from Virtus Pro. Okay, that's what ASAP said. They learned a lot from Virtus Pro. And Badness Kangaroos told me that they learned a lot from Heroic. So, Virtus Pro and Heroic versed each other in the major finals, and Virtus Pro won. So does that mean that Rooster's better than Bad News Kangaroos because their teams won a major? Big brain, isn't it? Very big brain. So that means Rooster is always better than BNK because Virtus Pro beat Heroic to win a major. Everyone's like, nah, that doesn't make sense. Josh, you're full of it, mate. Maybe Rooster v BNK is Heroic v Virtus Pro forever, okay? Those are the two teams they learn most of. Anyway, so slip into the game quickly as well. Get the sound on. Or do you want me making sounds, okay? Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Nah, I can't make gun noises, okay? Let the professionals do it. Makes sense, it does. It actually makes a lot of sense. I love trolling Pete, okay? Endpoint Pete, okay? Because Thomas used to be on Endpoint. They 2-0'd Endpoint today. And I just said Thomas just wants you, Pete just wants you back. Okay, so we're gonna have an actual knife round here, okay? An actual knife round, okay? Not a fake knife round, an actual knife round on Dust 2. Oh geez, I was gonna say that Mindfreak were ultra aggressive there. They might win this. Oh, good right click. Who's got a better right click, Omi or these two? Slimy has a strong right click. A knife round, mate. Not a knife round. Slimy's got a very strong right click, okay? Very strong right click. Vantage will be on the T side and Mindfreak will be on the CT side. They're typing shit to each other, okay? I don't know what they're typing, but it's gonna be a lot of banter. Vantage probably saying easy 13-0. Probably will be an easy 13-0. Also, I'd like to thank as well, I think it was Lucifer, which is one of the Indian casters and stuff like that. Going on live to get the first two maps in particular. Like, it's really huge from at very little notice, by the way. I think he was only told earlier today that he would be on to just cast a match for Vantage. It's mainly because it was really, really early for a lot of people in particular as Pain takes down Jinx. I think Flam ends work as I get home. I believe because Flam works quite late, actually. I'm not sure about any others in particular. Because I know Makapilski were casting, I think it was BNKV Rooster. But yeah, Pain. Very tense round, going up short. Night Raid, go for the speed boost. Great speed boost by Drox. But Pain, he just knows. Jeez, that pistol from Pain there. Even with the flash in his face, gets a beautiful headshot. And Drox is just trapped here. Does he know that Pain's going after him? No, he isn't. Pain's picked up a Glock as well. Drox needs to take out Pain here. Pain's on the progression balcony. Drox does spot Tux to the kit. He can take down Tux. Oh, jeez, just can't get a headshot for the life of him. Should take down Pain. Oh, no. They can't get a headshot. Pain should trade. First round the board for Mindfreak. Actually, no trades, actually. I thought he took out Pain there, but he didn't. Mindfreak get the first round on the board. Just being KV Rooster. So I believe Rooster will verse Flagwest, and the winner of this will verse BNK. Tomorrow, by the way. Both games will be tomorrow. The FlyQuest game will be casted by ESL. The other game will not be casted by ESL. And I will not be casting it. I will not get home. I will not be casting tomorrow. Basically, my sister comes back from Melbourne. We're having a party on Friday. So, definitely will not be happening. Great HE. Jinx takes a lot of damage. Do they know that Omi's crossed? Given that Super's looking at blue, I think he knows. And that's a dead Omi. He's trying to find the elbow. Flashbang goes out. They have to kind of do this at this stage, and Super's just cleaned everyone up. Jinx does get a trade, but Super the ace, maybe? Oh, Night Raid. Oh, jeez. Just 3 HP away from an ace. And Gump to trade. Second round on the board for Mindfreak. Gotta say, can you imagine Super just watching it and just being like, really? I was 3 HP away from an ace? But yeah, pretty much as well. Like, you know, appreciate Lucifer doing stuff. Were you seriously thinking that Vantage were meant to win that? Like, honestly. Ooh, what, 2-for-1 trade? Actually, 2-for-2 trade. Slimy being very, very risky there. But does get the reward for it. It's 2-for-2 trade in the uppers. Like, I don't know what you're expecting. Omi. Shuts down Pain, who's trying to push through long doors. Like, if you're expecting Vantage to win that round on a full Glock round, and you are betting on this game, you should stop betting. You should just enroll in your local Gamblers Anonymous and stop. Okay? You don't understand what you're doing, therefore it's your fault because you don't understand what you're doing. Like I'm gonna say right now, if you ever don't know what you're doing and money rides on it, you should stop because it's highly likely that you lose money or you'll be terribly inefficient. Okay? That's just a life lesson in general, okay? Life lesson in general. Vantage, pushing out through long doors. And if you don't know what you're doing, hire someone that does know what they're doing, okay? Much love, okay? It's gonna be a tough one for Mindfreak, given that Slimy's gonna have to play point man, and Super's gonna get a free K. The problem is that Vantage with the same idea, because Drox is gonna be playing point man. Signatory smoke. Oh, they saw Drox cross, so Drox could be down. Oh no, Drox does get a 1-for-1. Bomb is dropped. Bomb's in the smoke though, so they should be relatively safe. Super. Can he do it? It's gonna do a 1v2. Does get the first. Night Raid might have to act, but Night Raid's just gonna get the plant instead. As a financial advisor, I wouldn't be gambling. That's the point. Super goes to the jump spot towards the smoke. Night Raid playing this one big brain. Super's got a lot of utility. Oh, Night Raid didn't see the feet. He would have seen the feet if he just kept an eye a little bit closer. Night Raid going to Goose. And geez, Super just miles unlucky. That last bullet missed. Dude, there's like, I've had clients tell me before, like with their specky shares, that this is the funny part, okay? Clients with specky shares would outperform me. The only person who's ever outperformed me was a businessman who was really fucking good. Like I basically said, when I told him, like, hey, you know, getting 8%, 9% return's fine, he's just like, nah, I can get a 20, 30% return, and he just basically laid his entire business plan on it. And I'm just like, yeah, that's it. Like, you just tell he just knew what he was doing. And that's why I did it. The other people just, you know, heard it from a friend on a barbecue. Which doesn't work. So, I can tell you right now, that's out of a client pool of about 15. Okay? 15 clients. And one client outperformed the market. And that's because he knew exactly what he was doing and he was in that business in the first place that he was investing into. It's actually kind of interesting what's going on between Mindfreak and Vantage. Both teams basically resetting. Erwin, dude, you need to shut up, okay? That 1-for-1 trade was fine. And it wasn't a 1v3, it was a 2v1. Just shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. If you crap on about Vantage, you're just going to get banned straight up because you just don't know what you're talking about. And I don't think anyone would be any happier for you sitting here fucking criticizing a team who's actually doing a pretty decent job. Seriously, like, that was a 1v2. That was fucking hard to convert. That can be hard to convert. Actually being thrown in, Tux is tagged up, taken out by Night Raid on long. It's going to be very difficult to stop. Slimy needs to be clean. Pain does get one, though. So he will recover something at least. He's got the scout in hand. Should be a bomb plant for Vantage at short. I don't think they can do anything. Maybe, I gotta say right now. Maybe can Gump get an AK for Pain? Pain just needs a crossover and get a rifle instead of a scout, but we'll see. Yeah, there we go. Smart move. Good move by Mindfreak. Not really like you can do anything here. Bomb's planted here, and you have to go up long if you want to do any sort of retake. And going through here or through here like this is just going to get you shat on, basically. I think it's a smart play by Mindfreak. Just save it. You're versing 2v3. One of you guys is low HP, and you're not defending a site. Smart move. Just get the AK, go next round. And like, not to mention as well, like, if they can't half buy, but a P250 can be thrown over by Gump. Pain can throw his Deagle over, and that's exactly what they're probably doing here. And that's it. See? It's exactly what they're doing. So, as I said before, it was really smart there. To be fair, Super did get 4 anti-eco frags. Like on that thing in particular, so you can't really ascertain whether he plays well or not. But he did really well in that 1v2. It was a very difficult one to win. Pain. See if anyone's that short early. We'll give away a position. It was actually going to force Gump and Super to go a bit early here. Night Raid trying to play a headshot position. That's going to be very difficult. It's been dinked. Jinx does take down Gump. That is huge. Great trade by Drox, making sure that they can't take out Night Raid. They know Night Raid's in here. Is Pain going to go for it? Because they know Night Raid's dinked. Takes down the bomb. Bomb's dropped. Can he stop being traded? That's going to be a 1-4-1. They can slam in here and try to get as much kills as they can. But, oh, geez. Vision. Take down his own teammates. That AK dropped. Vantage put 3 on the board. That was a chaotic round at middle. Very chaotic round. Vision's not going to like that. He took out his own teammate, Drox. I guess overall, that went pretty well for Mindfreak, but I think it's going to be a bit annoying that Mindfreak couldn't save a weapon that round. Would have given Pain some armor at least. Pain's got a glass cannon. Challenge at long. Super does a bit of damage, but they're going to engage into Super, but geez, funnily enough, the T-Smoke gives Super the ability to disengage. Oh, bro. Vantage not gonna like that. Their own smoke basically betrays them there. Actually, no, there's a CT smoke in it as well. Is there? No, it's a T-Smoke. And Gump. Good save, my man. Takes down Night Raid at middle. Long push. They don't have anyone defending short. The short player's actually being aggressive towards short. And they're gonna just engage over long. The short player needs to come back on, but oh geez, Super had an angle. Gets a quick 2-tap. Vision tries to trade back. They know players are on site. Looking towards CT. The ones that Ninja Pain misses a gimme. The Gump's Molotov's going to do everything. Tux and Super both go down. Drox knows Pain's there. Pain's just going to drop back. HC Bang's going to be thrown in. Pain's going to go down to a Kobe, and that'll be a 2v2. The B defenders are coming in, both Slimy and Gump. They can see any little headwind or anything like that. They're going to go for it. Drox got to just do as much damage as he can here. Give on the off angles. Jinx. Great. On balcony. Use him as bait. Drox needs to pop up. He goes down towards Gump. Gump is a good savior here. Gump needs to pick up a kit, doesn't have one. Gonna throw a smoke. A Molotov to go through, and Gump's gonna stick it. Jinx. Oh, he's in mini pit. Gump's got it. Gump's in a great position. 3 rounds of Mindfreak. He can't hit Gump. He has to go in. If he wants to hit Gump, he has to go in. Good save by Gump. Okay, there's a you know how Guard goes good save Gump, okay? That's why he says good save Gump, okay? Able to save rounds like that, smart positioning as well. He puts them as, you know, the best part of it. They were thinking he was diffusing like this, but he was diffusing here. So Jinx can only shoot here, okay? He can't shoot here where Gump was diffusing here. You know what? Oh, look at this big tough guy, cunt. Oh, fuck off. There we go. Bye bye. Either way. You can suck about your ban requests, okay? Honestly. Like, this is a close game. Like, these two teams may be inconsistent, but it's very close. Very, very close. Vision. Creeping up. Going to Gump's site. Risky move, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Probably a risky move. Gump trying to prof information, but I've got to say Vision, who's been seen, swung on by the car defender. Slimy gets one. Trade comes. Is the trade going to come in? No, it is not. And that's going to be guns being given over. And Omi has got a goddamn AWP, and I don't think that's a good idea. Drox. Can he catch anyone? We're seeing Tux with a nade in his hand. Missed AWP shot. Oh, gotta say Drox. Bit too aggressive there. That's just Omi with an AWP. I think Gump will get a 2-tap here. As much as I think Omi is a good player, I don't think it's good that you're... I think he'll be taken out by Gump. I don't think he'll be taken out by Slimy. It'll be a Gump tap. He no-scoped fucking Slimy. Shit. That is good. That is pretty good, not gonna lie, okay? We should have got that from Omi's POV. I think Gump was going to catch him before he even gets to no-scope on the Slimy. But not that he didn't know what to stop, he just didn't know what he was talking about. Like, honestly, just didn't know what he was talking about. He said Vantage were going to lose, like, every round, but, like, Vantage are fairly decent. The biggest issue I have at the moment with Vantage is that Night Raid hasn't been doing much at the moment. Like, Night Raid is just getting himself killed on the lurk a bit as well. Poor Slimy. Oh, it's just like Slimy's in a position where it's like really hard to like pre-aim the person who'll come towards him. Pain drops off the angle. He's gonna have to drop back. Tux, beautiful. Protects Pain. But he's gonna get tech 9s. 1-for-1 trade and the bomb's dropped. But hasn't had the best performance on this map so far. I don't know about the other maps. Nuke, it's really hard for a AWPer to have a good performance on Nuke. Because Nuke, especially T-side, is very shit. Okay, like it's a very shit AWPing map. Someone will tell me it's wrong, but I feel like it's a very terrible AWPing map. You don't see AWPers have real high games on Nuke that often compared to other maps. Like, for example, Overpass, the one where AWPers have fucking free reign. Where you can have a solo AWP defense on A, but unfortunately Overpass got replaced by this map. Pain with the AWP on long. But for Dust 2 in particular, like obviously long is a very, very good AWP's paradise, as you can see here for Pain. Or short. Don't really agree with that peaks that aren't. It's just the MP9s are just so much better on CT side Nuke. Like for CT side, like MP9 is just as good. AWP's good on the outside for Nuke, but not for the T side. Like, it just is. Tux, trying to get to see if anyone's gone mid. So Omi's been going mid at the moment. That's going to be HE, and that's going to be a Molotov towards lowers. Because they felt someone was in lowers, and that'd be correct. Pain drops, doesn't get the angle on middle. And the B defenders are going to have to go off to side. The gambling, a big gamble as well. Simon, the secondary AWP, takes down Omi. Omi was playing point man, no trade possible. And they're going to put a progression spot. That's going to have Gump go back to side. Plat mollied and HE'd as well. Flashbang goes out. Gump just poking and prodding. He's going to look at the back doors as well. And Vision's going to just absolutely lob his head off. Now Slimy with the AWP. They double pick. Slimy misses. He's going to be wallbanged a bit here as well. But Slimy lives. Tux stops Jinx, but they've had two players cross over. And they have the disgusting betrayal here. But Tux swings around. Takes off the head as well. Bomb needs to go down shortly. They need to get a kill. Flashbang comes in. Slimy's got one. Now Night Raid. Last one left, but easy for Slimy there. Another beautiful flash from Super as well to make it 6. Yeah, that late lurk. That was a fumble late lurk there. You should have got 2 kills there. I think Super got 2 flash assists, by the way, on those kills. Like, look at those assists. Just gonna check the assists for you guys. What I've been highlighting lately is just flash assists in particular. I think it's 2. I think he's got 2 flash assists. Let me see with advanced stats. Yeah, he got 2 flash assists out of that. His first 2 flash assists of the game. Super with the anti-eco. Should be pretty cruisy. Dust 2 is a very weird map at the moment. It's been very CT-sided, being very T-sided. Jeez, Pain didn't even have to adjust. No adjustment whatsoever. He's looking towards unders, a bit paranoid about it. Drox. Trying to go with the 1 dig. Good flashes, indeed. My man on Twitter, Mr. Savage. No, it's not actual Savage from that 1 dig was pretty good as well. Super honest launches. The guy is also called Savage, but not one of the Savage CS players. Give me a speed boost here for Drox, or jump boost. And towards Pit, they spot a player at Car, and they spot a player at Goose, but Pain's gonna just annihilate him. And Tux from Car puts 7 on the board for Mindfreak. Time Wave Savage? No, not Time Wave Savage. Is it really the... Nah, surely not. Nah, he isn't. Fucking, he's trolling me. I spotted 1 at mid, by the way. So Night Raid can tell that 2 have crossed, by the way. Just an FYI. So they know 2 is on B and 1 is on, and 3 is on A. Pain gets the open, actually crunch in towards uppers. And gets towards the upper point. So They know the orbs overall, so they're going to actually push on this, but Super's been very strong on outers, on outside. Oh, long. Everywhere is outside on Dust 2. They're in a lot of trouble here, and that's going to be made worse. Pain's being tested. Oh, Pain will get away. Might be able to adjust the angle. Flash comes in as well from Gump, but not needed. Pain still beats Drox. I think Savage is currently a free agent, I believe. Unless he got picked up recently. I gotta say, Vantage looking a bit lost in this map. Looking a bit lost. We got picked up. I gotta see if he got picked up. It still says he's in Sprout, even though Sprout is gone. Just an FYI. Super has 6 assists and 2 flash assists. Like, he's going very well at the moment. Mate, if you're gonna cry about, like, score lines turning into a slaughter, especially when it's an eco, like, you know, a few anti-ecos and really good plays from Mindfreak and very close rounds, like, don't know what to tell ya. Like, do you cry in chat when, like, FaZe Clan lose, like, 13-0 or something like that? Like, do you ever whinge about that? Or is it because they're tier 1 teams that's different? It's Gump. Great flash from Slimy. Gump is going to have to try and stand up, but he's going to be trained out by Drox, but does a lot of damage at least. Drox gets a second, takes down Pain as well, and the Pain has been an absolute pain. Now, Drox, he knows the player's an uppers. He heard Super move. Bomb hasn't been planted yet. Plat is going to be thrown out. Another flashbang, another smoke going in, but Drox did see Tux. He's looking for the blast. Drox has actually done a very good job here, by the way. Drox only got 10 bullets. Slimy's got an orb, and that's going to be a horrible retake weapon. The Slimy's got to find something else. Is there anywhere nearby? I know the Savages are on the roster. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, with JKS. Would have had an M4 back at spawn. So it's going to be a bit different here, because they're going to ascertain that he has no rifles next to him, but he does have a rifle next to him. 5 brothers aren't on our team. Okay. They're still faking out this plant. Slimy's really surprised as well. He's just like, why haven't they planted yet? He's confused as well. He's just waiting for a plant. Deep Hey Chief, he gets any kills, he's going in, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Drox. Slimy is just got to clear the right side. Molotov's going to be thrown in, and Drox is going to have to back out. And he's going to hear Drox burn. Little Slimy, see Drox doesn't get the arm. Drox is going to swing out. Beautiful one tap. And that's an ace from Drox as well. Not only did he enter, he finished. And that's going to be 4 for Vantage. That one tap. And a 1v1. And he has to get the one tap. If he misses that one tap, he is fucked. Okay? Like, he is literally fucked. Because that's a quick 2 tap, 2 spray, done. 8-4 to Mindfreak, but Mindfreak still leading. Drox has more kills than his team combined. Yeah, he does. Drox has been going well with the trading and whatnot as well. But yeah, his team did struggle on the T side definitely. They just looked very, very lost, and Drox was getting probably a few trades here and there. It was good util. I gotta say, from Slimy's perspective, it was a very good util. So bad defense. Not really. Have you ever tried retaking the B site? Like, have you tried retaking the B site ever? Or Dust 2? It's pretty difficult. It's a very difficult site to retake. The fact that Mindfreak even retook it once is, you know, quite difficult. It is literally like I think Dust 2, out of all the bomb sites, B is the hardest one to retake in the entire game and entire map pool. B is the hardest one to retake. So in fact, they retook it once. It's pretty decent, and they lost to it once. Which is obviously a good 1v1 from Drox. But also, Slimy did everything right. Slimy did so much damage before he entered that site. Like, you gotta realize, like, how good of a job Slimy did there. He almost had it. I would say it's harder than Inferno B. It's still the hardest. It's basically Inferno B's up there, but Dust 2B's the hardest. To be fair, I think Inferno B's takeable is just, you know, people just don't bother with it. Amy gets initial pick. Pain just trying to get the head of Vision on ramp. Gump does take down Night Raid. Long is becoming contested. Long is going to be hugely contested. Pain eventually gets his man. I gotta say, they're not going to be too happy with that. They lost Long just as they were glancing away. It'll be a knife round for Mindfreak there. Mindfreak just catching the timing where both Long players were paying attention to ramp. A lot of pro teams in particular have been forcing up on that CT side. Like recently, they've been just forcing up on CT. We were actually talking about it. One of the pro players or one of the other players came in and said like why they were force buying second round on the CT side. And they were talking about how like usually like if you save this round, you have an M4, probably 2 nades, and that's it. Meanwhile, if you do force up and you have the FAMASas and whatnot, you have a better buy in the round afterwards. Good HE, good grenades, bit of damage on Vision and Jinx. Slimy should be able to get a couple of kills here because the USBs need to get the headshots, but never mind. Even though he goes down, gives Gump potentially a couple of kills. Bomb's going to be planted on A site. Oh, geez, missed Zeus by Drox there. Gump maintaining a very, very long range. Obi, if he takes down Gump, that's a... Never mind. Pain's going to make sure that weapon isn't taken away. Send a board for Mindfreak. Now, this is what I'm talking about here as well. Like, when the M4s get purchased, Vision can only purchase a flashbang and a smoke. And if they want to purchase more nades, they have to downgrade their weapons. So that's what I was talking about earlier, that they don't have much utility. Compared to, of course, the T side, where they have fucking everything. So that's what the guy said, is that, you know, in the second round, they can buy FAMASas and buy MP9s to have a bit of utility. But if they save that round, they don't have too much. Night Raid with the periscope head crosshair. They get Ascertain as a long push. One player at backyard, one player at T-spawn. Might switch over. Drox just keeping a hold on short. For the CTs, there's one on the side. Not at plat, but on the side. And one player at middle, holding short. They might be able to clear it out. Flashbang going in. Night Raid's been hit. Sees one at middle. Great Mac 10 by Tux there. As you see the second player. The second player can't trade out Vision. Tux is on a really, really good angle. Front of B split. They gotta be careful with that B split. Long push coming in. They do not have an AWP either. Molotov carry towards short, trying to separate the players. Omi's playing Ninja. CT players being absolutely swamped, which is gonna be Drox. Now Jinx. Vision's got one. Now it's gonna get a bit more. Omi. Can he get a bit more? They're planning on the top. Vision's got another. Vision's been heavily tagged though at short. Omi at Ninja. Do they know where he is? That's the main question. A ramp player hasn't seen him. Jinx taken down from behind. Omi's gonna do all of this himself. Omi trying to take the ramp player, but he can't. The ramp player's just not peeking him, and Gump just swings by, and they've just ascertained from all the positions they've covered. And he goes, they have to be coming in from... He has to be already on site. And 11 rounds for Mindfreak. This is probably going to be a force buy from Vantage. I don't think you can play for OT in this situation. And that's exactly it. They're going to force up. Like, you can't play at OT from 4-11 down. You just have to go for it. I don't know who I want to get on today, actually. I haven't asked for the interviews. Slimy takes down Drox. Drox was hoping that the MP9s would be strong here. Night Raid's got one at least. Vision's actually held on short. HG's been thrown in. Night Raid was going to peak that, but that would have been painful if it did. Vantage have actually evened out, even though they didn't win any of the duels convincingly. Beautiful by Super, can't be traded out, and Super is having an absolute game at the moment, and Super's going to make it 12. And M4A1S is very strong there. Probably, yeah, as I said, I'll probably be pick up the open upper final until Tyloo v the Cube comes on. Just remember, I'm on ESL broadcast as well, so I won't have to turn it off, but like, I'll be on Tyloo v Cube afterwards, but that's at 8 o'clock my time, and it's, you know, 7 o'clock. Slimy, opening up B, and like I said, that's curtains full advantage. That is curtains. You can, I gotta say right now, Mindfreak, you can tell from this veto and how Dust is going at the moment, they got a very good veto. Someone actually said this before as well, if, you know, basically Mindfreak, if they win the second map, it's over. Gave you a very difficult site to retake. Just give Drox the M4, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, like, the scouts are horrible in the situation. Might be able to, Drox might be able to salvage this here. We've got to go in quick. And Drox, he's not going to do the start. He's not going to be able to do this. He gets a second. Great ult from Nut Pain. And that's going to be 13-4 in the end. Who do you want to get on for an interview? I completely forgot, like, the interview and whatnot. But either way. Yeah. So basically, Vantage eliminated. And I gotta say that Dust 2 was not that close, I was going to say. I think basically Mindfreak, as soon as they got the guns in their hands and got the utility working, that was just basically, well, they couldn't be stopped basically. We're gonna get the interview. We're just gonna find a player. To be fair, I did not prepare this in advance. So, oh jeez. Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna get Pain on. Just an FYI, I was gonna get Pain on, but I've got to find Pain in my fucking Twitter list. Okay, there he is. Pain. Do I have him on Discord as well? No, he is not on. Oh no, he is on Discord. Okay. Gotta remember my alphabet as I go through everything. No, that's DM'd him just then. So either way, I'll try to get the interview organised. So be right back because I have to set up this screen so the interview can work, okay? See ya. Welcome back, guys. We've got Payne here, and since he doesn't have a webcam, we have to put up me getting copyright struck on the board. But anyways, how do you think the BO3 went today? Okay, obviously Mindfreak won 2-1.
Yep. I think the first map of Inferno, I think we really trolled on CT. Like we played differently to how we would normally play in that CT half, and it really like bit us in the ass. Like I was just playing really. I should have just played more toward A. Like we were playing a lot 3 heavy B, and I think I should have just started more A. But yeah, like our T side was really good. I think like we just won so many rounds. Like I think it was like a 9-3 half, and we brought it all the way to OT. And yeah, in OT we just the pressure, like everyone was, especially me. Like ever since joining this new team, I've been like the pressure's getting to me a lot, and I don't know why. It's just when I was on KZG, I was like a lot more chill, and like I'd like call out a lot on like what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I think joining this team and like learning so much, it's like really, it's kind of hindering me on what I kind of want to do sometimes and stuff. Like it makes me kind of overthink rounds when I shouldn't have, and kind of ruins my confidence sometimes, if that makes sense. Yeah. I think map 1 was pretty good.
What about map 2 and map 3? Obviously Nuke and Dust 2, the guys that you reverse sweeped on it particularly. Like, how did that go? Like, what was the comms like? Was it a bit different to Inferno?
The comms on the first map weren't too bad, but like the environment wasn't there. But the environment really, like on our Nuke T, as soon as we switched halves, like we were all so gassed up. Like Gums like put his webcam on and just took off his shirt, started just dancing, bro. Like we were Jade, like we were all in it, like literally we were like all so in the moment, and because we just had such a good half, but then we got like we got kind of overhyped because we kind of lost a few CT rounds where we shouldn't have, and it made the game end up close.
Yeah, you're getting outed here by Gump, mate. You're leaking secret comms, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, Gum's probably gonna kill me when I get back. I don't know if I want to join. Well, they're cool.
I was gonna say he's good at saving rounds. I mean, he saved you a round in Dust too, where you really shouldn't have won with that little trick on towards Jinx. Like I gotta say, I don't think Jinx really expected how he diffused that. To be honest, Jinx was expecting him to be on the other angle.
Yeah. Jinx had no clue where the bomb was. It looked like he was spamming like if it was supposed to be planted for long. It was just spamming there the whole time. It was a 10-second stick, so it was funny.
Yep.
But yeah, he just saves rounds, and like he just saves so many rounds, and like I feel like the HLTV ranking, not ranking, the HLTV rating sometimes like doesn't encapsulate like when people just save rounds, like he has so much impact in also how he calls. Like he's literally like he's just always calling a lot. He's literally like our second caller all the time, always talking. Just has so much experience, and he dictates a lot of our rounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Guag says this quite a lot. That Gump saves, good save Gump, and I think it's actually serious. I thought it was a joke at first, and the amount of rounds he saves is like, oh shit, maybe he's not kidding.
That is the base, yeah. Dust 2, I think they just weren't prepared, and we were pretty prepared for Dust 2. We've been playing it a lot, and I feel like Dust 2 is a map where if you have like for our team, we have literally me and Slimy, and Slimy used to AWP and he's really good on the AWP, so like we can just double AWP and abuse that kind of where other teams don't have like a second AWPer who
Yeah.
like AWPed before, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like Dust 2 is a really good map for us, and we're just gonna dominate a lot of teams on it. I feel like we're gonna get into it more.
Going back to one thing
yeah,
in particular,
overall, yeah.
what makes you so nervous compared to being on KZG and then being on Mindfreak?
I don't know if it's nervousness. It's just like when I was on KZG, we were just less structured with kind of like we didn't have much knowledge, and if like I always had to in my mind, I'm like I have to make this play to win us this game. I have to push in this round to make us to win this round for us kind of.
Yeah.
So I was so much more like aggro on CT and like on T as well. Like I was just so much more aggro,
Yeah.
and like on this team, I just know that I can trust my team a lot more, if that makes sense. Like my team is individually a lot better, and I can just trust them more.
Yeah.
Kind of, because like everyone like knows a lot more about the game, and like I'm just kind of like the least knowledgeable and least experienced to really. Like I feel it just hits me like I can't. Sometimes I'm like I don't want to really dictate something, if that makes sense. But I'm working on it now.
Yeah.
And I hope I can fix that because I don't want to be like that.
Is it more of like you're the win condition on KZG compared to Mindfreak where you're not the win condition?
100%.
Like that's
how I'd say it.
That's obviously no shade thrown at KZG. Like, you know, KZG have been doing very well, even with and without you in the team.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They've. I think they've just been like grinding a lot, and they've done a lot of theory work. When I was there, we just didn't have that much. Like we didn't have that theory down, and they're just getting really. They're getting a lot of reps in their theory, and they're actually becoming really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say in particular, like, you know, I think they replaced you with Mingovi, right? Or was that? No, I'm trying to think who they replaced with. And that was Ming was before, yeah. Did you play?
They replaced me with Jinx.
Okay. Did you play under Mingovi at any point?
Yeah, I did. I played under Ming, and he's a really good IGL. And he's like really. I think he's really changed the team because I wasn't there with him for too long, but he's really changed the team dynamic, and he's really made that team a lot more structured than when I was there. Yeah, they're doing really well.
So with Mindfreak in particular, like, you know, it took you a while to really get into the team due to obviously the rules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what were you doing during that downtime where you were watching Mindfreak play with 4X, I believe, that was subbed in? What were you doing effectively? Like, you know, pracking or scrimming?
I was just pracking and scrimming with them. And I was just kind of like when they played the officials, I was just kind of watch it and see what's happening. Like it was kind of a really rough period for me. Like I don't know, it was just very boring. I was just on the side, but like I was learning a lot. So it's good that I didn't hop right in because I probably would have bombed out. I was getting so much info on the game because like they all know so much more about the game than like things like you'll never think about. They like tell me, and it's helping me a lot. But yeah, it's like too much info. But I'm just working on myself now, and I hope I can become more confident in the team.
Is there one thing in particular that you've learned that you can share? Like, obviously, it's making sure it's not the ingredients to the secret sauce that Mindfreak have, but, you know.
There's just too many, like, it's more micro, like, really small things. Like, this one's quite obvious, but as soon as I join, like, this is so dumb. Like, everyone probably knows this, but when we save, like, you shouldn't like run away because you tell the enemies that you're saving and shit. Like, I know that's so obvious, but it's like such a thing that I didn't even like realize. But like, there's more stuff like that, but that's like some like dumb info that I didn't like really clock in my head, to be honest.
I guess it's more of things, like, I guess it's more of like keeping in their head. Like, it's not really thinking what you want to do. It's like making the other team believe what you're gonna try and do.
Yeah.
Yep. more of the mental games. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I feel like we won the mental game today. Like, we had such a bad start on Inferno CT, and we just came back, and it's all a mental game, CS, and confidence game. That's how I see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I can say? What about
what do you?
You can ask. Okay, you can ask me the question. You get one question to ask me.
I was just gonna say, what did you think of like the Dust 2? Like, what do you think went like wrong and what went right for like both teams, if that makes sense? Like,
Van-
why did the yeah
That's that question. Vantage, as you said, did not understand the map. They hadn't played it too much. They lost the B
okay
site on a retake. Okay, and that's for
yeah
me. You can get lucky on a B site retake, but I felt how they lost that B site retake was them not really utilizing B sites holding capabilities to the full advantage. And also, there was a lot
yeah
less utility being thrown. In particular, look at their flash assist; it wasn't too much, and they weren't really putting
yeah
pressure on you and making their way through long. They were just making their way through long, hoping that they would be successful. Like there was no molotovs thrown to car, no flashes praying out, and stuff like that as well. Like I don't think they were prepared for that map to begin with. And I'm gonna say overall it
yeah
could be because they lost veto. They probably had two maps. They probably had two maps, and they're like,
yeah. They just got a new
crap.
player,
Like,
new IGL.
and it's like
Yeah
it's just like crap. Like, which map do I pick? And both our maps are
yeah,
not
you're
good for
right.
us, and that's probably what
Yeah.
happened.
The thing is Advantage though, they're all so sharp. Like everyone on
Mm-hmm.
that team is so sharp. Like even if they're not prepared for a map, sometimes they can just shoot you. So like it was still kind of scary going in. Like we weren't that pressured. Like we're confident, but like they can just win just off shooting sometimes. Like they're just all very sharp individuals.
Okay,
Um,
Owen's got an answer here. He says they prep
yeah.
Dust, but yeah, I gotta say, like, Mindfreak, I think prep Dust a lot better, or they just counter strategy you guys inadvertently. That's how I feel about it. They probably just counter strategy you guys inadvertently. They probably didn't know your strats, but they countered it, kind of coincidental.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Yeah,
we've practiced Dust quite a bit as well.
yep,
But like new IGL, new player.
mm-hmm,
It's just different dynamics to the team.
yep,
I feel like that if they just continue with this team, I feel like this team's quite strong if they just continue with it. Like Jinx is really sharp. He just needs like that experience,
mm-hmm,
and they'll be really um in a few months' time. But
yeah,
yeah, we I feel like we just kind of I don't know like that Dust 2 is kind of just a bit of a one way, like you said.
yep.
Um, but yeah, it was really fun series. Like it was really intense all the time. Like it
Mhm.
felt like it was just so intense. Like there was no like massive
Yep,
momentum really. It was just kind of back and forth, especially map one.
yep.
Like OT was really tough as well.
I was listening to it, and
Um,
it seemed like it was back and forth. Like a lot of people were guessing like 16-14, 13-11, stuff like that, expected it to be
yeah,
close.
yeah,
I'm going to ask you, got your
it
next
was so
opponent, which is going
close.
to be Bad News Kangaroos, and you're going to be taking on
Hmm.
the other goat, Damio. And even if you
Mm.
beat him, you could be taking on FlyQuest later, and the other brother's going to get revenge for Damio.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Vexo's just going to Ferrari
I
peek
didn't
you,
think of that.
and then he's gonna just spray paint you and just be like, the cloud question mark. But
You're
you got
right.
you
You're
got you
right.
got you got B&K next. You got Damio, you got Brace, you got obviously a whole bunch of really good players in there as well. How do you think Mindfreak's going to go against them? And have you got any plans prepped for B&K?
I feel like against B&K, it's just like they're really good. They're obviously a very good team. It's just more like if we play well, I think we can win. I think we will win if we play well. I think if I just stay composed as well, especially me, because I feel like the other guys they're more under pressure. They're really good. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
not as bad as me, and it's more so me with the pressure of a new team, new environment,
Yep.
and like just sticking to my guns more. And I feel like if we stay composed, we can win.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they are a threat because they are all really good players.
Also,
Um,
also as well, like what are tips to dual players you have? We had like Mitzi on, we had ASAP on, we've had Brace on in particular. Like new players coming into the scene and like wanting to really challenge for those top spots. Like what can they do in particular? And we also had Kraz as well
um,
say this as well. And ask Kraz this question.
I think I think it's more so we need like the people just in these teams like sort of like Mindfreak like our level like Vantage level and just our level like to really help them grow. Like I'm coaching a team Y Create Aiden's team and
Mm,
like I'm just teaching them a lot and they're showing growth and they're really becoming into like their shape. They're like learning a lot about the game and getting a lot like they're just
mm,
getting better every day. And I think for the newer players, then I feel like they need to kind of play face it and just get to like that higher, like just get level 10 kind of, and you meet a lot of people that can teach you about the game because there's a lot of people in Australia that are willing to teach. Like I'm always
mm.
willing to teach. and I've taught a lot of these, like a lot of people add me like these new AWPers, and I kind of show them. I just show them a lot of stuff. Like MPR from Underground is an up and comer, and is really good. And if he keeps learning, he'll be very sharp. Ryu is the guy in Whitecrate is really sharp. He just needs to learn and have that confidence, kind of. But yeah, like I think these new players need to kind of reach out a bit. I feel reach out because a lot of players are willing to help them grow.
Yep. Is it? What about for
and yeah,
new,
that's how I think.
what about for newer teams? Like, obviously, you got you in part of KCG and
Oh,
Dix,
newer team.
like
Okay.
DXA, KCG, stuff like
biggest-
that. How to
yeah.
build that?
The biggest tip for newer teams, I think, is to just stick together. Like stick as a core of 4 at least. Just stick. Like that's what I did. Like I was like level 3 with KCG. I literally just bought some random level 2, level 10s. Me and Samux were like level 3, and we just grinded for like a year straight. And we just kept grind. We stayed together. We kept switching the fifth because we weren't like we didn't gel with anyone, and
That revolving
we
door.
weren't 100% on anyone. Yeah, a bit of a revolving door, but it ended well. Like we ended on good terms, and we just got to top. We just stuck together because a lot of these new teams, like they have a bad run in a qualifier in ESCA, they just disband, and it's sad to see sometimes. And that's why I think Underground is up and coming as well. They stick together a lot. They've been around for a while and they stick around, and it's really good. I think they're gonna come to the top, Underground.
Oh, yeah, like I said, what do you think about Cannon Event as one of those things? Obviously, Cannon Event got relegated, but they also said the same. Like they learned very quickly that they had to have a strat book.
Yeah.
And they just built that throughout the season. Do you think Cannon Event's one of those teams that have prepared well and stuck together?
Cannon Event, they stuck together and they're sticking together after ECL, and they've grown so much. Like when they first started, they were kind of getting farmed, but like they started getting really good toward the end. They were getting close games against a lot of people. They got like 4 rounds against Falakos as well. They have potential. They just need to stick together.
Did you see the 1v2 from Kraz?
Yeah, I saw it. It was actually sharp. It was so sharp. It was very sharp. That would have been the biggest confidence boost, man. It was really good.
You know what happened to Anubis, right?
Yeah, like
he got surrounded by 4 players and knifed. He got surrounded by 4 players because FlyQuest realized it was him, and they knifed him.
No,
yeah.
No. I did not see. Okay, then his confidence would have went back down straight away.
Yeah.
I didn't see that at all. That's bad.
But what happened was that he traded out ints, and then it just comes up. Kraz trades out ints. He was the only one left. They all got the knives out and fucking chased after him.
Bro, that is terrible.
Yeah, sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry, keep going.
But yeah, I think the newer teams just stick together. Just like Cannon Event, they had a hard run at ACL. Like they just came in versing teams who have been together for a while, and even though they get kind of pwned, like if they've stuck together, and they're getting a lot better. Like they're all sharp. Like, just need to stick together. So I
forgot as well. What about Arcod? Arcod was another newcomer as well. What do you think about them before Crunchy got a contract in Valorant?
Yeah, I think like if they weren't together too long and they were like still doing really good, and yeah, I feel like it was kind of upsetting when I saw them disband and Crunchy going back and stuff, because I think they were actually a really good team for just all like that little time they had. That Alec on AWP who's really good.
Yeah.
They had just everyone learning and growing together, and if they stuck, they would have been definitely contenders. Maybe they would have been in this like the playoffs, to be honest. Seriously, they were doing damage.
I guess so for Alec in particular, I didn't believe how short of a time he was using the AWP for. Like, you could tell he hadn't used it for long, but he was getting some really good frags.
Yeah, he is sharp, and I don't even know. I don't know. I don't really know where he is right now, to be honest. I don't know if he's even playing CS.
I've casted him.
I know he plays Fortnite.
I've casted him.
Oh, you've casted him?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the
team. Team?
Oh,
I didn't even know.
He's in a new team. I'm trying to think of what team he is in. He's in a team somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember it. Like which team? Oh, he was in one of the qualifiers. Sorry, he was in one of the qualifiers. Texter. That's right. Texter's team. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
We versed. We versed.
He was in the qualifiers, but I don't think that's an official team as per se. But he was in Texter's qualifier team. Sure. Anyways,
I don't. Yeah, sorry, Josh.
Anything you want to say to your fans? Because yeah, gonna wrap up the interview.
Yeah, I just think we like Mindfreak. We're gonna be grinding and yeah, we're gonna try and make a deep run in this qual. I don't know how far we'll go, but we're looking to get that second spot. And yeah, like, thank you so much for supporting us always, guys. Appreciate it a lot. And yeah, if there's any new players there, new AWPers that want to, you can reach out to me, and I'll help you. I'll help you like learn the maps and just show you stuff. But yeah, thank you for having me, Josh. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for coming on, and yeah, wish you all the best for Mindfreak. You know, Mindfreak's that outside team. And yeah, thank you guys for coming on, and thank you guys for all watching as well. Okay, see you guys later.
See ya.
Just an FYI, guys, I have no idea what the scores are. We're going to put the game from a bit. I'm going to fix some stuff in the background for the next series. So you guys are going to see some stuff trying to change on the HUD. So basically ignore the HUD. Okay? So you guys can watch this game in particular. Ishmael. Do you know how to change channels on... Do you know how to change, like, titles on Twitch if you're mod? If not, I can get Craymon to do it. Actually, you know what? I can do it myself. But if you guys don't know, this is how you change it, okay? By the way, this is Dead link for the Sipro TV. Okay, cool. It happens. This happens from time to time. Okay, I guess say right now, don't worry too much about the other stuff, okay? Like, basically, I guess shove it on audio director. And, yeah. Let's just put it this way. Why am I on the wrong PC? Never mind. I just have stream manager open, otherwise I have to make you, finger. Thank God, I've got I won't be casting too much, this will just be more of a... Really? This game, man. GoTV can be very finicky at times. I'm trying to set up my GoTV for the next the game for the next match. You guys will only get about 15 minutes of this match. But it'll be just auto director. Will be best POV. Don't you guys all love the best POV? Might be better when you can be the best. Funny thing is, I gotta say right now, I think Craymon said it, by the way. Can you either go TV? Now you can spectate it, dude. I can't give you the Go TV because I don't know the Go TV. But you can click here and just view it. Like, basically, you click the spectate button and you can go into it. It's awesome. Like, this is an open game. Like, ESL open. So anyone can cast it. Jeez. That was a bit off script there. You see script like freak out. Okay, anyways. So I'm trying to finish off Tyler, because in about a few minutes or so, actually to be fair with Tyler, I was waiting for the videos to come up before I cast Tyler, before I head to Tyler. Yeah, that was when you had to enter in the tickets and whatnot. That changed. I tried to publicize that, so like to say it to change, you can view it from the menu. I gotta turn the music back on as well. To be fair, the music is a bit quiet, but Kraymon commented on it, so that's why I turned off the music during the webcam, webcam thing. Generally, I have it on because it's usually pretty chill. Well, now it's gone invisible because I turned it off. That's not fun. Two seconds, by the way. Gonna have to do something quickly. Make sure the music's back on. There we go. No, I didn't mention it earlier. It's the first time I've mentioned it. I'm talking about, like, I mentioned it, when it started, like, basically, not the game, but when they changed that spectate feature. I meant, like, at the start of the season. I try to publicize that as much as I can, that you can just spectate by going in. You know what? I'm very confident that Art of War might not lose a map, okay? Might not lose a map. Is it open? No, don't bother. Exactly. The second part, Ishmael. The second part. Gonna be casting Tyloo after. Ooh, Eddie's got a big frag in towards Donut. Oh, beautiful. The beast. Is he gonna slime a bit more? Sharky? You know the funny thing about this Bris Vegas photo for Mr. Sharky? Is that they had him like... They had him as Harrison Ford, and like, oh, that's what happens when Mr. Sharky shaves his beard. He just becomes Harrison Ford. He's a dead man. Is Neo really gonna knife him? Dude, he is. Sharky. It's all by himself. He's got no bomb. I like how Laura is like, gonna give shit to Eddie. It's like, man, it feels bad, man. Laura's such a bully. Eddie, what a 1v1 there. Just a sly little peek. Makes it 10. That was a very sly little peek from Eddie there. I guess I don't think Script expected that. Script was just like, oh, okay. Oh, shit. Also, by the way, during the interview, okay, you know how I was saying goodbye to you guys? Hayne actually left Discord when I said, you know how I was saying, oh, see you guys, thanks for coming on, dude. Hayne left Discord just as I was saying that on stream. Because he thought I was saying goodbye to him. This is when you know players haven't come on for interviews before. But I thought it was pretty good. Oh no, Payne was really good. I enjoyed interviewing Payne because it meant I gotta say right now, my job was a bit easier because he did all the talking for me. Like, he just did all the talking for me. It was really, really good. Like, I gotta say right now, my biggest issue, I feel like in interviews, is that I talk too much. That's what I felt my biggest issue is. This should be 13-2. Is this second map or is this first map? Or horrible? People talking are good or horrible. No, this is the second map. Oh, yeah. Banana. Otherwise known as the demon that Eddie summons. Because his name is Tukey666, Oh, geez, Riley, that was very risky. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, Banana's name is Tukey666, okay? So he's like the spawn that Eddie summons. I don't know, I think he was just eager to just talk about things. Woody's dead, man. He just doesn't know it yet. Oh, he's dead now. Now he's double dead. Sunshine's dead. Yeah, I think it's a great interview. Yeah. Anyway, this one should be over. Can be bad sometimes. Oh, definitely. Great 1D by script. I would say one person in particular is good for interviews, but can be bad as Smooya. Smooya is great for banter, but then obviously Smooya does Smooya things. Havoc, trying to get to the side here. Banana on the off angle. Do they check Banana? Banana could swing around and get a line up, but not anymore though. On being planted. Oh, great peek from the best. Banana be traded out. Now it's up to the Beast himself. The Beast gets the first, gets the Tech 9 out. Oh, jeez, you know he's going to win with this. Oh, they didn't plant the bomb. Oh, it's going to be 13-2. I thought they got the bomb planted. And Art of War win 2-0 there. So that's Art of War Dunsky. I thought they had planted the bomb. I was wondering why they were peeking out. It's like, did you guys not plant the bomb? And I'm like, I just realized they hadn't. And obviously, Art of War win the upper bracket final and go to the grand final. I'm not sure if it's a BO5 in the grand final. If it is, they have a 1-map advantage as well. So yeah, the best kill to plant with an additional peek. Oh yeah, dude, I didn't think he did. I thought the bomb got planted as he died because I saw the timer get to like that close. I'm like, okay, he's got the bomb planted. So I was a bit shocked when it was still planting. I'm like, oh, he died. Like, I know he took out the plant, but I thought he got the plant down in the end. But either way, like I gotta say, a great sneaky hello, whatever it is, and interview. Nah, I gotta say, I don't think I have enough time to interview Eddie. Oh no, I could have enough time. I gotta say Eddie to give you like 10-minute interviews tops, like literally 10-minute interview. Like, because I got a Tyloo game coming up soon. To be fair, I've done all the Tyloo stuff already. 2 seconds, I'll get you set up, Eddie. Well, guys. We have got Eddie, as known as Viridian City. So let's put it out this way: where did you get the name Viridian City from?
I'm looking at the stream, Viridians_city. That's interesting.
Yeah, I can't.
Brother.
I can't spell. Okay, difficult spelling. Okay, you know, it's a largely forgettable city because you versed Giovanni, and Giovanni's got ground Pokemon, and I always pick fucking Bulbasaur. So like Venusaur's just like, woo, you know, just one shot everything and yeah, you know. And then you realize that Nidoking's a fucking poison Pokemon. And you're just like, you know, waking up like he did die.
Yeah. But yeah, the name's from my brother. Like, kind of yoinked his name ages ago.
Wow,
you know, just shortened it, Viridian.
Funny part is, I actually yoinked my brother's name ages ago, but in the end, he got it back in the end as well. But Josh and Jose's been mine, so yeah. So how do you think that game went against Deadweight? Because Deadweight was probably the second seed and probably the other team that potentially could have beaten Art of War. So how did that go? Like, you know, how do you feel like the BO3 went?
I think it was fine, a lot more comfortable. Like, we played Nuke early in the playoffs, but we just didn't really play it as often. But coming into this matchup, we were a bit more prepared, a bit more comfortable. We just had to fix up the little things and like fix up the fundamentals. But yeah, that was Nuke and then Ancient for us.
Yeah.
So pretty comfortable in Ancient, I would say.
Actually, how's it been? Like I say, because obviously you both played, you know, Observer as well. How was the event? Like, you know, for, I think it was, which ones do you observe in the end? Obviously Melbourne. What other events do you observe?
Melbourne, yeah.
Yep.
Chmac Melbourne. I did IM Sydney, and then there was that EFLAIR Asia tourney.
Yep.
And then sometimes the uni tourney for practice. But yeah.
Yep.
It's good. It's a very fun experience. You learn all the tools and all the different software. Even for the Dallas one I just worked on recently, like I had to learn two different things, two different tools and software to make the content, that type of thing. But yeah.
How's it been so far? Like, you know, which observers have you met so far? I know you've met Chev and MC. Any of the other big observers you've met?
Yeah, I was working with JRaz mainly for IEM Sydney, and the other one, he does the cinematic stuff.
Yep.
And then I do like the main op stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, like they're all amazing, like really amazing people, very talented.
What did you learn a lot about observing in particular? Like, what was the big thing you learned about observing?
It's like you have to have a different perspective. Like, there's a perspective when you play, and then when you watch demos to like learn theory, stuff like that, and then to actually like show stuff on screen, like for the audience to, you know, like you have to build a story with that in a way. You have to make sure the context is correct so the audience isn't confused, that type of thing. And then for the Melbourne event, you had the element of the crowd too. So like adding the crowd in the factor, it would kind of influence on who you would select for your controls. But yeah.
Also, with this team in particular for Art of War, okay?
Yeah.
So obviously ECL's almost in grasp. Okay.
Yep.
I don't actually gonna say, like, you know, which teams do you feel like is the biggest threat in Open to you going into ECL?
Honestly, I think for like the standards in my head at least, I think the biggest threat is just ourselves, like in terms of if we lose games, we kind of just lose to ourselves. That's how I kind of feel like it. Because like we have a lot of experienced players. I think we've maybe lost 2 games earlier where we're just like low comms, that type of thing. Some teams actually like they have good strategies. Like Deadweight, they had some nice rounds on Nuke, like the A hits. So the teams are showing good stuff, but like the way we react in game should be pretty solid enough to easily kind of like find the holes in their gameplay. But for the finals, like let me just double check the potential playoffs.
It could be anyone.
Obviously, Deadweight is still in. Duper Egg, Blitz, Underground, Dink, Easy Riders. Easy Riders is like a fun team to verse. Lelux, I don't know much about that team, but it seems like they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, they've been upsetting some very good teams. Like they had a few of them come and chat because they were playing another team, which they won. I think they lost. That's why they got to the lower bracket because one of the players had a power outage, and like it was very close, and then they just fell off because they had to put in their sub. So they're a fairly good team. Like they were doing very good on Anubis, and then obviously fell flat when they've had to get their sub in. But I'd say all those teams could be a threat to you basically as well. Like, you know, if you don't have a good day, they could just pounce up.
Yeah, we pretty much have to just like, especially like at this stage with the grand finals now, it's just you have to go straight in with good comms and just make sure your aim's there, warm up, that type of thing. Yeah, you just have to like show up on the day. You can't just like go in slow. If you do go in slow, sure you lose the first map, but you have to like focus up for the second and third.
Yep. Okay. Now a good question, Eddie. Okay, because I'm going to like to roast Neo. Okay, who is the worst player on your team, and why is it Neo?
Neo, worst player.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Don't answer it. Don't answer it. Don't answer. I was just trolling.
I'm shifting the worst player to myself because my aim is not being the best. But it's fine. Like, I'm still coming, I guess. Neo's popping off. Everyone's just popping off. They have their pop off moments.
Yep.
They have good inputs in the round, that type of thing.
I love banana. Okay. I didn't realize that Tuki 666 was banana, so I just kept referring to him as your devil spawn. Basically, he's got the 666 in his name.
It's the donk reincarnation.
Yeah, you know.
Banana. He swapped his. He pulled a Boris though. He swapped his mouse recently.
Oh no.
The confidence wasn't there on the first map, but I think.
Do you have to get the mouse pad out for him? So it's got the borders, the natural borders, and the scuffed mouse pad. Do you have to get it out for him so he just doesn't run his mouse up?
If he has it, I'll just replace his mouse pad at that point. Yeah, I'm playing with that.
Actually, I was going to say, you know, obviously your team's just been put together with a bunch of veterans and stuff like that. What do you say with teams that are a bit below you and whatnot? You know, how do you think the best approach to do is to teach these teams on how to get to your level or above your level?
To progress?
Yeah.
I would say just focus on fundamentals. I think, like in the past, I've been on teams where you watch like an EU round or like some top team strategy and you try and copy and paste it in your own gameplay, but like you start focusing on the strats instead of the actual like game. You're not playing Counter-Strike at a certain point. It's like you're so focused on a notebook or like just a whole strat book where you just don't react to what the enemy's doing. So it just comes down to fundamentals, how you react to certain things happening across the map, and that makes you a stronger player alongside your comms. Like if you have good comms, it's just night and day. Like a lot of upsets happen because one team's just coming 10 times more than the other team, even though the other team on paper is better.
It's just more of a they know what they're doing, but they don't know why they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. So like they need to drill in their protocols and reactions, like both individually and just as a team with your rotations.
What would you think about doing first? Like, what do you address first? Do you address fundamentals, like your own mechanical skills, or do you address like the team stuff within yourself, or team based as a team?
For this team, in my head, we might not have like executed the way I wanted to, but like in my head, I just wanted to like focus on the fundamental stuff. Like I don't even care if we don't have strats. We'll just hop in a scrim, right, and just like see where the holes are in our comms, or just like basic individual reactions that the players can improve on. Because like if you have a base site anchor, like especially in ESL Open, no one's really gonna test that player too well unless they have like crazy flashes or like good
util,
good spacing, that type of thing. But like most of the teams, they have a lot of holes in their actual executes. So I would say let's just like focus on the fundamentals. Just hop in a scrim, see how people work with each other, and work up from there. Start introducing strats like a default, and then build your strat book. Yeah. So
like pretty much like building from space one, improve everyone's mechanical skills, then you build a strat book that works for you, and then you build more strat books. Of course, you need to have like 20 times defaults. Because I remember reading a tweet tweet of Koshimo's from a liege, and a liege sent him an email with the entire fucking ancient. And he was just basically going through fucking everything, being like, bro, you need more defaults, everything's telegraphed and shit like that. It's insane.
Yeah. But yeah, like, there's also teams that just like full info dump their players, and like players stop playing comfortably, that type of thing, then their mechanical skills drop. It's like, your number one priority should be that your players are comfortable. And so if you just work from the ground up with your fundamentals and then work into strats, explain why the strats happen, then yeah, it's like a lot better than just copy and pasting stuff without knowing why you're doing it. Yeah.
And you know, what do you think about your favorite player, TJP?
Oh, TJ is it's what a question.
Sorry, we gotta wrap it out now. I'll wrap it out now. TJ wants it wrapped up. No, keep going.
No, he makes you laugh. TJ's a good guy. He's sharp, makes you laugh. And he gets things done. Yeah, messing around. But yeah.
Also, I've got to say, what do you say to all your fans, you know, for supporting you and whatnot? Not only just
Fans.
from your observer, but being a coach from Mindfreak as well, you know, with BBR, being playing for Rooster.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you've been in a lot of different teams. Like, you know, what do you say to your fans and supporters and whatnot? Because you're in a very good position now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very grateful because like passions with Counter-Strike obviously, and it all comes down to the support around me to help lift up that kind of career, if you want to call it career. But like the support is just top tier. Like when I stream, people in chat chill, you know, watching the stream, stuff like that. It's very lucky.
Oh
Very
yeah,
lucky,
what's your stream, by the way? You type that in chat, like, you know, for if anyone wants to follow in particular, to get know more about more Eddie the Observer, the coach from Mindfreak in particular as well, with the female team, and also their player.
Yeah, just Bowser Zero. That's the stream. Shameless plug, but there you go.
Yeah, of course. It's a setup plug. I hand pass it to you, and you know you put it up. Okay. Also about Mindfreak in particular, like how was that as a coaching experience? Because obviously it was a different role because you used to be a player, but coaching BBR and whatnot.
Yeah, Mindfreak, like the whole women's team for Impact, that was like very unique experience because like it really just came down to understanding how people like learn, how they react to each other, or like how they talk to each other, and how you can help them develop. I think one of the hardest parts in that team was having 5 players who had their schedules like free. Like there were so many times where I had to sub in for games or players had work, that type of thing. And like it's fair enough because in Australia you don't really have like a salary to justify all the time to commit, so you just got to use the time you can. But the hardest thing was just getting 5 people on for the day or like consistently, and getting good practice in. But yeah, it was like very fun experience. Learned a lot. Like I would go into demos looking for certain things for the whole team, how to develop the strat book and how to communicate. Communication was like the most important aspect of everything.
Funny thing is, the first part of that question was exactly the same as 80K's answer when I interviewed him. It was like more of like knowing the players and whatnot and what helps them and how to help them basically as well. So yeah. So I gotta say, like, you know,
everyone learns in a different way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, how was the experience of winning? What was it? The qualifier in NA. That one out of nowhere where you. I'm trying to think who you took it off. Who did you beat?
Forget. What's that South African? Was it South? Wait.
Oh, either way, how was the feeling? Okay, I don't remember either. I thought it was
amazing.
I thought it was Shimmer for some reason, but I'm like, it's not Shimmer.
No, it was I forgot.
Alright.
It'll come to me. But anyway, yeah. So like we had the 2 weeks beforehand for bootcamp, thanks to MJ, the actual beast, and like since there was an Impact qualifier for the Valencia tourney, we may as well play that. We had like perfect situation. We had the internet cafe, like all booked out for us. Or like for the bootcamp.
I remember that video coming around as well.
Yeah, and I still have like the VODs of everyone's reaction. Like just I recorded all the games, just some unlisted, but like it was amazing. We're just beating through all the NA teams. We're just like Australian representatives, just going, playing the games, and then just qualifying for another event. So it was like so surreal. Our reactions were just, I don't know. That's just the stuff you play for. It was amazing.
Do you feel like you have more of a future being a coach, or are you going to go digging more into the observer role now?
I think priority is still player. Like the observer stuff is just, if it pops up, schedule's free, pretty sick. Because obviously like you got to get income somehow. But yeah, like I'd still say main priority player, and then depending on how big the opportunity is for other stuff, I'll consider. But coaching would probably be towards the back end at this point in time.
I actually completely forgot about that. Totally forgot about the player part in particular. Actually, talking about that, how's your experience on various other teams? You had this part in your career as well, where like you're just floating between teams, like you float towards Rooster at one stage and really just filling in. Yeah,
that was like the Rooster. That was the point of Rooster, and then after that was like I just playing sub role for. Oh no, it was Eliminators, right?
Yeah.
And then it was just like sub role for Sunday School and Vantage. It's really good experience, like learning about all the different players and how they play or communicate, you kind of get an idea on how teams function. Like especially like playing with Rooster was pretty amazing. I think it was like probably the top Counter-Strike experience. Confidently, I can say that. But it's just like kind of like the way they play and how everyone moves. There's like little chances of error happening in that team, and then other teams,
Like,
specifically with, what are you thinking? Like, do you mean Vantage or?
either one, like, you know, any specific experiences, like, did they teach you anything different or anything like that, or learn different styles of being an RGL?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, every single time you play like an official, you just learn a little bit more and more. But when you're filling in for teams and not really practicing it, it just comes down to like learning individually.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, you can't really just like have the role to just start leading the team. It's just not how that works. You just come and fill in for a game, practice what you're learning, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's fun because you learn about all the different players. That's like the main thing.
Oh no! What
Different
I meant by that question is, like, do you learn off the other IGLs and what you could add and stuff like that? That's what I meant by that question.
Yeah, like for Vantage, we had Skull Hunter as a main IGL. Sunday School, a bit different, bit loose. Like I was probably, like if I was feeling, I was calling a lot of rounds depending on the game. But yeah, you just learn about how the different teams function, their structure, I would say.
Anyways, I've got to wrap it up here in particular. Do you want to shout out anyone before you head off?
Shout out everyone supporting. Shout out the Outer War team. We're gonna lock in for the finals and hopefully qualify. And thank you for covering the games. Really appreciate it. It's nice having these games covered. And yeah.
Only covered 10 minutes of it, to be fair, but love to have you on in particular.
Still.
I've been trying to snipe you for a very, very long time. I can't wait for you to get into ECL, okay? I can't wait for it anymore, so I'm just like, nah, get it now, okay?
Yeah, hopefully. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Anyways, will you be sticking around for the Tyloo versus the Cube game?
Tyloo versus...
The Cube.
Wait, what's this for? The
ECL.
The Cube?
Yep.
Is it on HLTV?
Yeah, it's on HLTV. It's coming up in about 4 minutes. That's why I have to wrap up this interview.
Oh, I see. The Cube. I haven't heard of that team before.
Yeah, it's a Mongolian team, a young Mongolian team. They have a pretty good nuke, and they beat negative 72 degrees, basically.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen their names before.
Yeah, neither have I.
And Silimo,
Interesting. I think 2 did play the major. I was told by Thursday that they did, but that's pretty much it.
Right. I don't know about the Tyloo lineup right now, so it'd probably be like a decent game.
Anyways,
I don't know if Tyler's too strong at the moment, but yeah. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you
for having me on.
Thank you for being here, man. And we'll get to the Tyler game very shortly. But guys, make sure you follow Eddie on both YouTube. I believe it's Fury YT on YouTube and Bowser0 on Twitch. Make sure you follow him. He's going to be a great observer, coach, player, all at the same time. He's going to replace MC. Watch out for your job, Michael.
No, I cannot do that. No, any chance. MC top tier. No.
Anyway, see you guys later.
Yeah. See ya.
G'day guys, we're back. Okay, I completely forgot, by the way, that I changed everything but the ticker page. The ticker page says Vantage v Fingo, which is definitely very wrong. So now we've got basically Tyloo versus the Cube. So the Cube, they defeated negative 72 degrees yesterday, and they beat them pretty considerably on Nuke, and then they got over the line barely on Ancient. Now they're going to take on Tyloo, which I'm going to say right now is going to be a much tougher task in particular. Okay, it's going to be a very, very tough task. And I've got to say, I don't think they have the... I don't think they're going to be able to do it. But we can see what happens in particular. We're going to get to the teams for you guys as well as I fix up a few things. As you can see here, overall, not many, like I said, not many changes from the teams in particular. Tyloo, well, Tyloo've got a lot of changes and probably have a lot of changes announced after. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And you get the cube. The cube's still got the same. Basically, I'll say overall, like with Tyloo, Jam Young, Moziad, Mercury, very good. Some people were criticizing ZDR earlier as well, but I think ZDR has gone from really strength to strength at this stage. A lot of people were criticizing him in particular when I was watching the mainstream about certain things, and I'm sitting there going like, he's playing a pretty good game given the fact that he's, you know, he's just being thrown into it basically. So we'll give him a bit of a chill pill as well. But then you get the cube, and I gotta say, I do like the cube in particular. They played a very good nuke, and I had a chat with Anselmo as well just before, like on my Discord. Not like talking, especially on the chat, but they did play a very, very good, very good nuke in particular. Like, I've never seen a very good T-side of nuke just like that before as well, where they were just basically pinging out -72C like there was some random open team, which I was just really, really surprised with. So we're getting the maps, by the way, and I'm gonna say if we've missed the start, this is 100% my fault. Just getting everything started now. Okay, hang on a second. No one's got a CSTV yet. Anyways, I'm a bit surprised. I thought it was going to be really late to the match, but I'm not that late to the match in particular. We'll come back here as well. So we haven't got the Go TVs up yet. Nothing's being loaded unless there's someone in the server. I haven't got any ideas on the vetoes because the vetoes haven't been done yet. So we're trying to wait for that as well in the meantime. But yeah, you know, what do you guys think? Who's gonna win today? Of course, because I forgot to ask Eddie, but I think Eddie would have said Tyloo's probably gonna win. I think he's leaned that way as well. But what do you guys think in chat and who's gonna win as I update all the thingos as well? Just as we go in. Does anyone think Tyloo's gonna win? Does anyone think the cube's gonna win? What are you guys thinking at the moment in chat? You know, Tyloo, the cube. I think it's gonna be particularly close between these two teams in particular. Like, yeah, that's what I think. I think overall, if Nuke gets picked, and we'll see how the cube goes against Tyloo on Nuke, it could be a different storyline basically as well. We have a bit of a issue at the moment. I'm not sure if there is an issue at the moment, but just checking through. I haven't announced anything, but the game is going to start later, which I haven't been told. Like, you know what, if there's any issue at the moment. So I'm just going to chill and hang with you guys at the moment. Actually, as I said before, I thought I was actually going to be late to this game, so I was just like, oh crap. It's a sort of time. I was like looking at the time and whatnot, and I'm just like, oh crap, you know, the game's going to start in 4 minutes. So that's why I had to wrap up the Eddie interview, but it's good that Eddie and both Payne came on as well. It was really, really good. So those interviews, by the way, will be out on YouTube, so if you guys want to rewatch through it, you can. It'll be live from Twitch basically as well. I don't really know the Asian teams that well, so there'll be unlikely an interview after this game in particular. Okay, but if any of the Tyloo or the Cube people, if you guys are in here in particular, and feel like that, you know, one of your players can deliver an interview, feel free to just DM me on Discord or just DM me on Twitter. Twitter's only Josh on TV, and Discord's also only Josh on TV. If not, that's all fine. I'm not looking for like an interview of every single player. It's just if you want to come on, you can come on, and I'll ask a few things and whatnot as well. But yeah, I'm Josh, Australian caster. If you guys enjoy my content, either interviewing or me playing Diablo 4 or me just casting in general, just throw a follow. If you want to throw me money, you can sub to me. If you want to throw me more money because because you just like throwing money, you can also donate to me as well. Okay? But overall, we got Tyloo versus we got Tyloo v the Cube. I haven't got the vetoes yet. Okay, we got the vetoes as well. So Cube did get Nuke. Okay, so it's basically gonna be Inferno, Mirage, and Nuke. So it's gonna be 2 aimer maps and then a big team map at the end. I'm a bit surprised about this. Okay, like the Cube did pick Nuke because I would have thought they stuck to their guns, but they still got Nuke in the end, and I feel like that's a good map veto for the Cube. Now, interesting one was Tyloo picking Mirage. Okay, I've not seen Tyloo play Mirage that much, but I feel like Tyloo's going to be like, hey, we can just beat him up straight up on the aim duel. We are much better. Pick Mirage. We're going to lean on our aim. It also requires a lot less teamwork as well. So, yeah. Well, of course, Ishmael. Okay, I'm just leading it out there as well. I'll say Tyloo just leading on the aim, because you got to remember as well with Tyloo, their team is going for a restructure, so you want as more aimy and puggy maps as possible in that map pool, so you can rely on individuality essentially as well to absolutely smash teams, and that's what Tyloo does here. Tyloo does have, not to say anything wrong with Tyloo, but Tyloo does have the teamwork, but when you're switching rosters halfway through, which they are, given the fact that obviously it's rumored that G is coming to Tyloo, it's not been confirmed, but it's rumored. But also at the end of the season will most likely happen, as per se, of course, you know, G not playing for Lin Vision anymore. And obviously Tyloo can't pick up Tyloo can't pick up G because G's already played for Lin Vision. We haven't got the IPs yet. We should have them very, very shortly. Okay, we're gonna get into the CSV. So the other game on today is obviously Lin Vision Gaming versus Lin Vision Gaming taking on Atox. I'm gonna say that's gonna be a pretty good map as well. And we're going to wait for the players to get into the server. So first map's going to be Inferno. I'd say this is a bit of an odd one for Inferno to be the first map. The main reason why I say it's an odd one for the Inferno to be the first map, because usually in the Mongolian and Chinese region in particular, Inferno is usually that decider map that both teams play it a lot, and no one really picks it, because you're essentially picking a 50-50 map. And the scariest thing in particular, and CS too in particular, is that if you're picking a 50-50 map, you have to be damn sure that you are so much better than the other team on it. Because if you lose that map, especially when you know the other team's pretty good on it, you're pretty much, your back's against a wall. It's going to hurt a lot. But let's go through the players. We've got Mozia, Jamyoung, Mercury, Kami, and CDR. Kami does coach Tyloo, but Kami's a fragger in himself. Kami's still a young player as well. And on the other team for the Cube, you got Tugu, Anselmo, Clouden, Song, and Sana. And I gotta say, Sana played very well yesterday as well on Ancient, and definitely got the Cube over the line. And yeah, overall, I could say, in general, picking Inferno, going back to my Inferno pod, picking Inferno against a CS team, an Asian team, or an AU team is very risky, okay? Very, very risky, because what's happened is that Inferno's been like a plague, as per se, is that when one area plays Inferno, the other teams, you know, get shown up on it, then they play Inferno, and then they go to Russia, they get shown up on it, and they play Inferno, and now you've got this entire region of CIS, China, Mongolia, and the Southeast Asia region, and Australia, all playing Inferno, because the initial region who played it, you know, sparked the others into playing Inferno. Inferno's becoming one of those maps where it's just a decider map in that region, because everyone plays it so often. And also, funnily enough, it used to be a different map in particular, which was Mirage, but now it's Inferno in that Asia region in particular. So it's a bit risky that the Cube have chosen to play it as a pick, but, you know, you could pay off, they could win it, or they could lose it and they're, you know, backs against the wall on Mirage basically as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my kind of analysis for this game. We haven't got the players in yet, but that's my analysis on the game so far. I feel like the Cube, if they can win Inferno, they've got a good veto for Nuke, and Nuke's really going to be the decider map there. I feel like the Cube could sneak it away if they do win Inferno. I don't think they're going to win Mirage, but they probably should win Inferno. If they win Inferno, they might be able to get that third map over the line for themselves. They play a pretty good Nuke. We're going to see what Tyloo plays on their Nuke. And I think Nuke is, if we get to Nuke, Nuke is going to be a very tough map for both teams. It's going to be highly contested and very, very close as well. You could also argue as well that -72C played a really poor Nuke, which they did. They played a very, very poor Nuke against the Cube, and the Cube were just batting them away because they had already always played it. But they're going to be versing Tyloo instead, and Tyloo going to be a lot better at Nuke. So it could be a different story altogether. Overall, it's going to be a good experience for the Cube at least. They're versing some top tier opponents. I mean, if they lost to negative 72 degrees, they wouldn't be versing, you know, Tyloo in particular. But I'd say Tyloo is still heavy favourites for this. I reckon 2-0 to Tyloo. The win conditions for the Cubes can be very difficult. They can be versing players that have much better aim than them. You've got Jam Young, who's the ultimate trader, basically just trades everyone. Absolute great aimer as well. You got Mosier still in the team as well. Mosier's a great aimer as well as Mercury. And CDR's been performing quite well for the Orb. Not absolutely the best, but quite well. You know, a lot better than I was expecting, to be honest. And also as well, they got Kami in there as well, and Kami's fragging out pretty well as well. I see Kami doing a lot of flash assists, a lot of trades. I think he's a perfect coach/player to be in this team in particular. We'll get you guys into the map. The players are just waiting at the moment. Some people saying not expecting too much out of the Cube. Dude, to be honest, I wouldn't expect too much out of the Cube in general for this, you know, map against Tyloo. Whatever they get is whatever they get. They are versing a pretty star-studded team. I'm not saying anything bad about, obviously, the Cube. I'm just saying, like, you know, even if they lose here, it's going to be like, yeah, they're probably expected to lose. Just waiting for the players to get in. Like, the main thing, does anyone know the main reason why the game's being delayed? Is there anything like specific on it? Like any reason currently? Because yeah, just, you know, 10-minute delay. There was no like CS2 update or anything like that. They didn't get NA'd. You guys don't know what getting NA'd is. Multiple games in NA during the ESL Prem season got rescheduled because Valve would drop updates just as they started. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you may think I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Like, you can ask the NA scene for it as well. And like the NA scene to be like, yo, like, holy moly. Yeah, don't post stuff like that. People legitimately believe it, okay? I can send a warning to people. I'll spur chat quickly. I know it's a meme, but yeah. How are you? I'm pretty good, man. I got home from work, casted some Vantage stuff. Got some good interviews that I didn't really expect. But here we are. I've been going pretty well. Getting ready for a big BO3 as well. Like, you know, it's gonna be exciting BO3. Give me good experience to the Cube, but I feel like they're gonna get blasted out by Tyloo. I think they're gonna be quite happy that they've got a lot further in the playoffs than they expected to. I'm trying to find where they finished on the ladder on Wikipedia. I can't believe Gen G still have a team, okay? I did not know Gen G had a team until you mentioned that Gen G had a team. Like, I was like, oh, Gen G have a team? And they're like, oh yeah, they do. They have a team in Open. And trust me, I was like real surprised. It's like, what? So the Cube finished 7th, by the way. Overall. And I think they're beating Negative 72C, who finished 4th. Pretty huge. They have some random players, thanks EK, dude. Like, that's what I was told as well, that they have those like random players. It was just really odd, because I just wouldn't believe, I thought Gen G would, like, you know, buy up a team, like, you know, Atox maybe, or something like that. So Cube are doing their finest work. You know, there's internal conflict here at the Cube. Tugu's taking it on to himself. Just an FYI. Okay, if your team picks the map, the other team picks the side. That's why it happened, okay? Oh, no. Josh. If anyone spots the mistake, you can tell me right now, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's already been fixed, okay? Did anyone spot the mistake? Yeah, someone did spot the mistake. It says Oceania. But here we are. Asia playoffs, okay? They're definitely not Australian, these guys, okay? Ty Lu's down an Australian org, by the way. Shit versus shit? No. Wrong. Objectively wrong. CDR? I think he saw his shoulder, so he knows one player's there, but all the cute players know CDR is jumping around in balcony. Trying to do the silent bounce. Sorry, not bounce, boost. Carter does get bounced up there, though. I go to a palm and say, no ZDR's around here. They heard some information, they heard some guy jumping around. Mercury shows an arm. And Mercury's gonna be like, there's some guys in apartments. The Cube, they're the landlords collecting rent. And Tyler have been squatting. So yes, Inferno now is like rent collectors versus landlords, okay? Or rent, you know, tenants versus landlords. Now the execute comes through. Sana deleted by ZDR. ZDR, you know, just wants to stay in a bit longer. Doesn't enjoy the rent increase, and Mercury to dualies. Trying to dualies of, you know, extra rent payments. Nah, I'll stop memeing about it, okay? Song? What's having a bit of a, I'm not sure if they're having a rap battle or not with the pistols. Because they're having a tune of the rap battle, but Mosier pops in from behind for middle, take down Sonk. It's a bit of a distraction. And geez, ZDR, that was a cruel little headshot there. Threaded the needle, first round the board for Tyloo. That was actually a really good pistol round from Tyloo. Very, very good pistol round. Like, first thing first, they got the info here. ZDR saw the arm here. So he's like, okay, let's just bump back here. Then Mercury got the extra piece of info when they fired at him here as well. And then basically they set up the cross. And obviously the Cube, they really needed for a flasher to stop this cross, but they didn't. They get basically handled out. Mosier with the great flank, making sure the quad player was taken out. Really good to see. So now they're going to say they forced up. Jam Young, he's seen free. And they don't check Jam Young at boost. And they're going to get a whole bunch of kills here. Bit reckless from Cube. Sana does trade. They actually get 2. They can get the bomb planted down as well. Sana did very well yesterday on Ancient against Nega 2C. Oh geez, Sana dodges it. Gets the bomb planted. That's actually quite huge in this round. Mercury. Is Mercury going to push through? Not yet. Rotation's going to come through for Kami. Sana. He's seen the M4. That's CDR down. He knows Mercury's in Cathedral. This is doable by Sana. This is actually going to be a huge clutch potentially as well. Kami on the off angle. That was actually really, really good by Kami there. Because Sana was thinking that no one was going to peek there. And Tyler would get the second round on the board. That was very impressive from Sana. Very, very impressive. They might go for it. Lost against the coach. Yeah, I think, like I say right now, even though Kami is the coach, I think Kami's a pretty good player as well. Like, Kami is a very good player as well. However, I think basically Sana damaged that and they're going to force buy off it, which I agree with, just force buy with the cube. This is going to be a rough round for Tyler. Like, this is going to be a tough round for Tyler. And that's because of the money. Like, basically, Sana took 2 rifles off Tyler, which is just huge. Jamyoung. Oh, jeez, Jamyoung really threaded the needle there. Are they going to check logs for Jamyoung? Or barrels for Jamyoung? They're not. Jamyoung's going to get freebie there. I don't think Cube expected Jamyoung to be that close, given the fact they didn't get any sort of tags in initial hits. Song's being tagged up. Jamyoung's heard that, so Jamyoung might be able to get back and grab the Galil. Yep. There we go. Perfect. That's actually so good from Jamyoung. Those little micro things that you just don't know of, that's so good. Tugu, gotta be careful here because Mercury's very close up. Molotov's gonna be thrown in. They don't know there's a second player on long. HE's been thrown in. Does a bit of damage. Flashbang goes out. Mercury doesn't get in one. Clouden gets the opener. CDR is able to trade through to Cubby. And now CDR's gonna back off. Oh, jeez. This is too good. Jamyoung and Kami on that cross. Yeah, we're gonna say that Jets basically got the shots up here to the cube, and Jamyoung didn't take a single point of damage. They're not gonna expect Jamyoung to be here. And also, not to mention as well, Jamyoung chucked the MP9 over. The reason why this is good, the sound cue will hit here, and he's grabbed a Galil here. If he drops the MP9 here, he's going to drop a sound cue, and these players can spray towards him. But since he dropped it here, these players here will not hear a sound cue of dropping the MP9. So that's why this was a really, really good thing that he did. Is that he, you know, make sure no sound is given to the enemies. They're going to rush through, and they are going to burn a lot. Mosier is, yeah, this is going to hurt. However, they do a lot of damage to Mosier and Jamyoung. Song able to trade out, but 4th round the board for Tyloo. You can see here the difference between negative 72 degrees yesterday and Tyloo. Tyloo are punishing the cube and also just keeping those 2 players alive and doing so much damage. Tyloo able to just reconstitute their weapons. They got a bit of money behind it now as well. And they also bring that extra incendiary up. So you can see that little micro thing there as well, is that Tyloo have an extra incendiary. But you don't see it. Hot flash going in, they're gonna risk it. Anselmo gonna push in, the HG's being thrown in. Anselmo supposed to get some 1-tap. Ah, oh, Anselmo, he was close. He was close, he tried the 1%, he tried to take it to him, but he just couldn't snap the hand. He couldn't just catch a bit of damage. Now his team's trying to save him. Mosier and Jamyoung can both take down Sonk. Sonk was trying to get him out of there. They know someone's still in there. And now it's going to back out. They're going to give control over to Anselmo. Even though they lose a player. Anselmo's still going for it. Oh, he's actually caught. He's caught almost Jamyoung with a nade there. Now the aggression's going towards A. Gotta say, the Anselmo played a very good play there. Even though he lost his point man, he's able to just pressure B. And Tyloo, they just gotta hope they guess the site right. They're gonna trade out Molotovs. And they're gonna take quad control. Clouden. Oh, Clouden. Clouden actually got the peak, so I called him Clouden, not Clouden. They're catching Tyloo a bit off guard here as well. 30 seconds on the clock. Bomb's heading over towards B. They are gonna head over towards B as well. So be careful of giving away that much noise, but I think they may have heard something because Mercury is going deep into library. A boost, playing anti-flash. Jamyoung is going to play aggressive on that wall that Molotov missed. They're not getting on site. Jamyoung should be able to stop this. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, actually, there should be stopped down. Selmo's barely alive. That's dead, and that's the round. Just I don't like last second executes. And Kami's gonna take down 2 after round. I don't like last second executes. Especially with inexperienced teams like the Cube, is because you're going to lose a player after time, and that's exactly what happened. And Tugu goes down after time. It's just an inexperienced team. You like, with an inexperienced team, you can't go for those last second executes. It's going to either end up in great success if you get lucky, or failure if you don't. And that's just what happened there was, bigger failure. He couldn't get out the B side. They could pressure him very, very hard in that B side as well. I can't give you the stats on headshots. You have to get that elsewhere. CS stats don't give that. 5-0 to Tyler at the moment. The Cube, well, they're getting absolute smash as expected. Tech 9 buys coming in. Kami, heard a noise. You can see right away, Kami hears a noise, bam, Molotov is instantly thrown. I reckon that the Cube could abuse this, but it's gonna be difficult. Oh, jeez. Jamyoung got tagged up there, and then he made a noise as well. I think Jamyoung's had a few headshots. Oh, ZDR, quick on the trigger than Tugu. Kami. Sana's not going to expect it to be this close on balcony, and on this sort of angle, I'm going to say. Not this close, but on sort of that sort of angle. ZDR in library. Needs to have a good flash here. Like I said, the normal flash is very deep. They've got to have a perfect flash. ZDR misses. He's going to have to flash in as well. You're going to check Arch, and you're going to go through Arch as well. ZDR can have the angle too. ZDR gets to the leg, takes down the Tech 9. He's going to be... Oh, jeez, Anselmo not even given a chance. He's just flattened. Now Sana should get... No, doesn't get a trade even. I don't know how ZDR survives through that. Who's map pick? This is Cube's map pick. You can see the bottom below who it is. That's the Cube's map pick. And Tyloo just absolutely farming them at the moment. Just Tyloo are like so good at getting information. Even if they don't get the information, they're so good at holding sites. And thirdly as well, they are very good at recovering weapons and very good at utility as well. And it's just showing the Cubes are showing their inexperience. Because they're just getting outdone and out-aimed by much better players. That could be Sonk. Takes a lot of damage there. Had to walk forward or backwards. I think walking forwards was the right direction, to be honest. CDR's got the opening pick towards balcony. Kami wins a duel against Sana as well. Sana's been very impressive. That one round almost clutched a 1v3. But unable to get it done. Mosey has been targeted at coffins, but Jamyoung is just protecting it. Outside of the trade. Flashbang being thrown out. Semo does counter as well. Counter flash, looking towards coffins, trying to pressure Mosier. Mercury's just going to smoke him off. 2v2 on B. Anselmo gets a pick either on coffins. Mosier's going to move forward. Anselmo's going to suspect that he's still at coffins. It's going to flash in for Mercury. Smoke's gone. Smoke towards CT. Anselmo just checking coffins. Checking new box. Flashbang goes out. Couldn't really do anything there. 24 seconds of the clock. Tyloo. Heard a step. Anselmo should be dead from behind by Mercury. It is. It's just up to Tugu. Tugu needs to clean at least one of these players out. Will clear out Mosier. Now needs to clear out Mercury, but the rotate's coming. And ZDR's just going to stop it. Has to plant the bomb. Tugu does get the kill, but he won't get any time to plant the bomb. He might be aggressed upon here. Yeah, ZDR doesn't get it right. And Kami kills him after round. Huge. Huge. This doesn't matter for Tyloo that they lost an AWP there. They can just buy right back up. Tyloo have been very careful with their money. jeez, I'm missing frags everywhere. Only if we put Eddie in as the observer, okay? We wouldn't be missing a single frag. Like I said, at this point, the Cube are learning a lot from Tyler at the moment. The Tyler are asking him to sit down. ZDR does go down. That could be big for an A hit. Mercury's just confirmed that no one's passing through. Well, Mercury, he was actually going to peek that. I'm going to check a few holes to see anyone in quad. Got some crucial information. HE's been thrown in, and Mercury's got so much to aim for, but Jamyoung does trade out. Jamyoung might get a second here as well. Picks up the USP. He's been cleared, actually didn't pick up a gun. That's going to be a lot of A site pressure. In fact, they're going to go to B site. They've just seen that second player, and they're just like, wait a second, that means B's empty. They know that player's no longer there. Mosiar's got the AWP, secondary AWPer. Flashbang's been thrown in. Mosiar gets a flick onto Tugu. He saw second jump. Mosiar gets a second onto its Anselmo. And it's just going to be Sonk in a 1v2. Sonk does get the bomb plant, which is supported enough. God, jeez. Kami just catches Sonk on a timing. Give me an 8th round on board. That's impressive from the Cube there. That's an impressive recovery. But Tyloo, able to handle a 2v3. Well, given that ATOX are up 10-1, which game's going to finish quicker? This game or the ATOX game? It's going to be an interesting one. Timeout being called by the Cube. I'm gonna say at the moment the Cube just getting absolutely smashed on that map pick. But they've had some good parts, but just had some absolutely dongers as well. Absolute gong show. Jamyoung pushing forward. Did they check Jamyoung? Jamyoung's on top of the barrels. Jamyoung's actually confused all of them. They weren't ready for Jamyoung to be that close. Molotov towards logs, and they're gonna have to all pop out. And Jamyoung, that Molotov was stopped actually. Clouden takes down ZDR. And the Jamyoung's have to go pick up that AWP. The kit's been dropped as well, but Jamyoung's already got one. To the AWPer as well. He's got a kill up towards the A site, but he's been taken care of by Mercury. Frags happening elsewhere. Basically, Cube gonna try and work their way in towards A. And Mercury playing reverse default. Flashbang goes in. Mercury, he sees he got no one. And this is gonna be their first round, surely. Jamyoung's not gonna be able to win with that. And the Cube will get their first round on Inferno. I'm gonna say I've been seeing Tyler being a lot slack, a bit less silky on their aim duels and utility. This was bound to happen. Cube's a younger Mongolian team. I wouldn't put them in the, I'd say, put them in the top 5 Mongolian teams, but like, not any of them that you write home about. Like, the ones that are really, really good. I would say, if they stay together, 1 or 2 years. I would give them 1 or 2 years, and they'll probably be challenging for that top 2 spot. If they keep it together and keep improving. Because they beat negative 72 degrees earlier, so yeah. They beat negative 72 degrees on Ancient and Nuke. To be fair though, I think the Cube deserve a round, given the almost 1v3 clutch from Sana, and another 1v2 as well, you know, very, very close situations that they've worked out of. So they do get the deserved round. I mean, they were really, really unlucky in some circumstances. So they get the deserved round at least. D13, what happened to them? CDR, holding quad. Oh jeez, this is not looking so good. They've lost all their players basically. Been wallbanged by Tugu, but CDR trades, and that's pretty much round over. Unless Song can get a bomb plant and take out the B defenders. Song gonna push that smoke, but he's just walking into Jam Young. 9 rounds on the board. What happened to D13? Because I know they went to Europe. They played advanced there. Didn't obviously get into ESL. But I know they came back to Asia in the end. But then I don't see them on the Asia Challenger League anymore. Like, what happened to D13? Or Devils 13? Because I used to remember, like, they were a top team and they moved to EU to improve further because of the Asia Open League not being so strong. So yeah, it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. It was criticized a lot with the AWP. To be fair, it is by HLTV and Reddit, which is just like the epitome of like dummies. It was criticized quite a bit, and I'm just like, bro, he's actually very good. Jam Young's a dead man. Zonk, 1-for-1 trade. They do have to rotate being Mercury, and Mercury just dropping a few nades for Mosier. It's actually very scuttle defensive type. It's really one and done. I guess kind of fell apart. Okay. Well, I know they fell apart. Kami and off angle at below balcony. Got nobody in pit. Sermo trying to make his way around towards long. CDR at truck. Exactly. But like that's what I said. Like it is HLTV and Reddit, which is like people who have no idea what they're talking about. Trying to adjust the positioning. Mercury is trying to make sure they don't flank towards B. He's going to leave the bomb site by themselves, basically. I keep asking Cus what's my favorite map. My favorite map in particular, I do love. My favorite map is probably Nuke. Nuke is one of my favorite maps. Ooh, Anselmo, did they hear Mercury coming from behind? I don't think they did. And Mercury's got a 2k. Clouden does get a bit of an entry, but he's just going to be traded out by Mercury. And ZDR shuts down Tugu. It's going to be 10 rounds on the board. Well, if ZDR gets benched, ZDR can just walk into another team and be like, look how I performed on Tyler. Like, even though it can be sad as ZDR getting benched, you can be just like, oh, bad, bro, I played good on Tyler. It's still building up his rep, though. But yeah, to cast, because I don't play too much, but my favorite one to cast is definitely Nuke. Nuke is really, really fun to cast. Because there's so many different ways Nuke can end. Oh, jeez. Everyone loves CS. No, CS Assault? You mean Pool Party? Pool Party is the best map. CS Assault is a fun map, but Pool Party is the best, okay? The red and blue side of Pool Party. Used to play that back in high school on those computers because you could play 1.6. Oh geez, Anselmo's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. And Jam Young heard him step as well. But Jam Young doesn't want to be too sure. He's going to check the logs. Oh geez, Anselmo was not even prepared. And no trade is definitely possible here. This Tyler might end a half. 11-1. Oh geez, Clouden was not expecting ZDR to be on that sort of angle. This is going to be hard for Sana, because Sana knows Kami's going to be the balcony player. Yep. But it's just, where is Kami? Ooh. Yeah, have you heard Tugu? Tugu's got the right perspective, gets the tap on Mercury, takes down Mercury. Oh, he's dead. Yep. Jam Young's going to burn him. 11 rounds on the board. And I gotta say, it's probably going to count everyone expected, to be honest. Basically, Cube being taken to the cleaners. So, like, all you can say, really. Being taken to the absolute cleaners. To be fair, though, I mean, look at the teams they could have versed. The other team they could have versed is GR. Then again, Clutch are doing pretty well against GR. Maybe GR would have been a bit easier. But, like, someone's going to verse either Tyler, given that they versed Lin Vision. Like, someone's got to verse him. It's either Tyler, Atox, or Lin Vision, potentially. And it's probably going to end the exact same way, like what is happening now, unless they can spark up Song's got the dualies and the pistol coming up. Can they defend hugely here? Cube gonna have a very spirited CT side. They couldn't verse Clutch because Clutch was never in the upper bracket to begin with. That's why I excluded them, Ishmael. I only included the top 3 teams because they're the only teams that could have potentially versed. Mosier. Flashbang goes in. Oh, Song, not a chance. They're expecting a player at boost. Forget the format of the bracket. Yeah, they're both Clutch and Cube are very low bracket teams. Oh, outside of the trade, but he's gonna be traded right out by Jamyoung. So you're up to Sano, Clouden. To be fair, this Clutch could be possible here because Sano is a very good Clutch player. Clouden just has to play point man. If Clouden gets a single kill and gives the ability for Sano to trade out, it could be a very good 1v1. Mosier very close. Sana, oh, just being dinked. That's dead round. Yep, Mosier's just gonna swing. The moment that dink happened, that round was over. 12 rounds to Tyloo. Yeah, basically here, pretty much, as soon as that dink was heard, Mosier swings round over. They already know he's been dinked by a Glock. He's going to be less than 19 HP. As long as you hit targets, he's erased. And then you got Cloud in here. They don't know he's 22. But it's pretty much, you've got him trapped here. He can't do much. Pretty much that dink just allows Mosier to just swing. He just has to hit any old shot and he's got it. The aim's looking very on point from Tyloo today. Very on point. It's absolute dire. Oh, great Kobe from Anselmo there. At least takes out Mosier. That's actually quite huge. Another nade, but Jamyoung takes out Anselmo, actually walks ahead of the nade. Gonna pick up an AK at least. Army on the other end just lurking. Tugu. Oh, beautiful. Gets the Tugu body shots, which is what he needed. To keep that one-man advantage. Mosier, I was gonna say, Mosier was on the bench. It was really curious to me. Like, when Tyloo made the initial change, I thought Advent was just going to be taken off, and they're going to put Mosier back on, and have, like, one of the other players IGL. And then I saw that Mosier was being benched. I'm like, why? Just why? It was, like, really confusing. Sana could get a couple of kills here. He's got the timing right. And a lot of players are walking wounded as well. Miko takes down Sonic, and they don't know. This is beautiful round. Great force by Sana, able to clutch out at the bottom of Banana, and Cube get their second round on the board. No bomb plant even for Tyloo, so it's going to be a comfortable eco, and that's it. Apparently, Mosier had some issues with Advent, that's why he was benched. What I'm going to say is this: why did they pick Advent over Mosier? Like, that's my main question. I'll pick Mosier any day of the week and just move an IGL on. Because, yeah, like, Advent stats were... They're a Hunden level, okay? They're worse than Hunden, which is extremely bad. They bought some Tech 9s here. Beautiful by Song. Beautiful positioning. Tyloo being a bit arrogant here to force buy like this. Being very, very, very arrogant. And someone might be like, oh nah, Cassie, you're wrong. They're not being very arrogant. Force buying with basically nothing. So yeah. And good to see that the Cube are punishing it somewhat. Great 1D from ZDR. Great trade out by Sana. Oh, geez, they're going to break through here. Alright, Outsemok's going to clean it up. Punishing that force buy. But yeah, as I said before, I thought that was a very arrogant force buy from Tyloo. They didn't have to do that. They should have done that. You don't want Cube to get a bit of confidence in them. Could go to OT. Unlikely, but could. Because now allows the Cube to grind a bit of money. As long as they don't lose the Glocks. So if they keep 5 alive, it means their economy won't be whittled down over time. And that's actually really, really important. Sometimes these CTs lose rounds purely because of the fact they're having a FAMAS and an MP9 instead of an M4. And it's unlikely at this stage that they will not have, you know, an M4 each round. If they keep 5 alive. It's the main thing here. If they keep 5 alive, early flank from Anselmo gets 1. And yeah, they're going to ascertain that they have to be in apartments. And they're actually going to go for Anselmo. Anselmo's just going to back out. I don't think the comeback will occur, but it's just things like you don't want to give a team that window. They're going to take on Anselmo. Anselmo's actually got an aggressive position at car. Well, they're going to come in, and Anselmo's got 1, 2. Spray on the third wasn't that great, but he gets 3 kills anyway. Throws away the M4, almost goes to the 1D. Kami. Well, he's going to be traded out. There we go. He threw the AK over. That's what he did. They get look for that AK, but he threw it over. Do you see what I mean now? The money? So with the Cube in particular, if the Cube, you know, if the Cube win a round of one person, it's going to take a long time before that money to run out. At least 2 to 3 rounds for that money to run out, where someone has to go with an MP9, has to go with a FAMAS. Is Carmen the most skilled coach? Oh, that's a tough one. I'll say no. I'll say no. I feel there's a couple of coaches out there that are a bit better. That I've seen stand in, have gone very well. Oh, geez, a double peek, and they're going to lose that. Ugh. Trade out by Tugu. They know the AWP's here now. Tugu going to re-peek. Misses the shot, and Mercury's going to punish him. Couldn't adjust for the height on sandbags. Flynn's pretty good. I think of European coaches. You got Tobiz, you got Cyclone. They're pretty good. Taz as well. Neo. We've had a few coaches play. I'm trying to think who was the last coach who played who did very, very well. Aircast, yep. Does Sana get this retake? Sana's a good clutch player, but I think Sana's walking to a cross. And now yeah, it's over. They have to get on now. They're not going to get on. Bomb's going to blow up. 13-4. Tyloo win it. But I'd say the best one overall, like the best coach at the moment, I'd say. Oh man, that'd be a tough one actually. I'm trying to think of the best coach. Either way, it's 13-4 to Tyloo. Tyloo played very well there. Tyloo deserved that 13-4. I mean, their CT side was just good enough. It was just 11 rounds on the board. Bit arrogant on that T side in particular, the forced by the Tech 9s. They were punished. But they get their 13 rounds. Atox beating England Vision, not too surprised. Atox are a very dark horse and a very good team. Like, people like underestimate them at their own peril, to be honest. That's why I want to cast forward to Atox games, okay? Because they are a very, very good team. Like, they are a very, very good team. I think did I miss them last time? Or did I not cast Atox last time? I'm trying to find a reason why I didn't cast Atox yesterday. Was Atox on the main stream? No, wait, it was Vision v Tyloo. Oh no, it's because the GR boys were casting it. That's why I didn't cast it. It was GR vs Atox. Overall, I felt the Cube had moments, but that's all they had. Like, 4 rounds was pretty much the same, okay? Where the New Swell stream at? Oh, New Swell's a dead game, man. But yeah, I'd say overall the Cube were very, very good. They had some chances, but it was always going to be Tyloo's. Okay? Like, it was always going to be Tyler's. Just the Cube were just a bit off in aim and a bit off in utility, in my opinion. Do you think Cube puts a good fight up on map 2? Given the fact that their aim was way worse than Tyler's, probably not, because Mirage is more of an aim duel map. And I think Tyler's just going to absolutely flatten them. Picking Dust 2. I would say picking Dust 2 is always super risky. But then again, a lot of teams do it as like a gamble map. They're just like, yo, let's go basically on that gamble map. They want us to lose? Nah, sometimes when you're like not sure and like you're just like, okay, let's go with a gamble map. Nuke used to be the gamble map back in the day where teams would pick Nuke deliberately because it was a gamble map. It was the 50-50 map. Like I remember when teams used to just pick Nuke because they're like, okay, well, we don't know what to really pick. We'll pick Nuke. But now obviously Nuke's been more established and whatnot. A lot more teams have played it and whatnot. So obviously Nuke is never a gamble map anymore. So yeah. Didn't Lin Vision? Yeah, they did destroy them. I think it was in Mesa, I believe. They destroyed them in Mesa. On LAN. So yeah. Atox is that, as I said, Atox is really that dark horse team. They're a really dark horse team. Like, they have wildly consistent, even though they have Cabal and Annihilation on it. So Cabal and Dobu, my bad. Even though they have the experienced players, they have a lot of young players as well. And young players, like standard deviation is like this. They're not consistent. They can be super good or super terrible. And that includes Annihilation as well. Like, they can be super good or super terrible. So yeah. And with Lin Vision can get stage jitters. Like, remember all the LAN things they used to lose? Like all the LAN events that they used to lose, like they didn't qualify. And you know, the first one I believe was the Asian RMR. And Irish been looking better. He has been looking better. He's getting more consistent. But I'm just talking about young players in general. Like, their standard deviation of good performances and shit performances are few and far between. Like, well, not few far between. It's quite large to range compared to like the better players like Dobu and Cabal. Like, their poor performances and good performances are pretty much consistent. And I think that team's a very, very good mix, to be honest. I think if that team sticks together a bit, like Atox, they can really challenge and make that Asia RMR very, very scary. Like, a lot of people were, like, focusing way too much on FlyQuest not making it and not focusing on the fact that they had 5 competitive teams and an Asia RMR. Like, I really hate some of the narratives people built out of that because I'm just like, bro, the Asia RMRs were a joke, okay? Before... I think it was PAX or the one before it, or Blast. The RMRs were a joke. It was just either Renegades or Tyloo were going to qualify, or the iteration of Renegades you pick. There was no other teams, okay? And then there was Mongos, you know, Mongos and obviously Renegades after Tyloo fell off a cliff. But that's pretty much it. And in the Blast TV one, there was 3 teams, obviously Tyloo being one of them, or no, sorry, Rare Atom being one of them. And then there was the one that Greyhound didn't get it, and there was 5 teams. It's just like, the Asia RMRs just weren't competitive. Like, they just weren't competitive back in the old days at all, okay? Like, weren't competitive at all. Compared to now, where they're very competitive. Like, incredibly competitive. Like, I can't say for certain, like, even though there's 3 spots now, I can't be like, well, FlyQuest is going to go in, okay? Because it's, you know, like, Atox could beat them. You never know. So, yeah. Like, that's how I view it in particular. When people talk about the Asia RMR, it's very competitive. So yeah. Overall, I think the Cube are going to get banged out in Mirage. And mainly because Tyloo's got the better aim. Tyloo are a bit arrogant on Inferno. I mean, force buying with Tech 9s, and they didn't have much utility behind it. I was basically sitting there being like, why? Like, just eco it, play it safe, don't give the Cube money. And if the Cube are able to win CT rounds, well, they're going to be able to keep buying up M4s. And that was just like my part of it, like why I thought it was very arrogant to do so. Because like you could let the Cube back in for quite an incredible comeback in particular. Yeah. But those are my thoughts. Overall, Tyloo deserved to win that. The Cube had moments and that's all they had. As I said before, they had moments, they had like chances to clutch. But like, you know how teams have chances to clutch and they don't keep them, but they still like, if you put them all together, they won those rounds. They still would only get like 4 rounds. That's what happened here for the Cube. Like they had chances at times, but it's just like they were not really in it. I think, like I think 4 rounds on Inferno was just fine for the Cube. Like them getting 4 rounds. They deserved at least 2 of them, but they didn't get the clutches. But I think 4 rounds was, you know, where the Cube was at, basically. So yeah. What else? Did I answer all the questions in chat on the AU scene? Or not the Asia scene? I feel like I missed one question. No, I don't think I missed any questions in particular. But yeah, you know, I'll give it to you guys on that one, okay? We'll get into the game. Pick you guys up. We got a couple of players lurking around here, and my camera's stuck in a wall. I've never heard of him in my life, okay? And that name is harder to pronounce than the Polish teams, okay? I'm trying to figure out the Polish team. The Polish team? Like, I'm trying to find the name, okay? It's like Bujushul Bielc or something like that. It's a unorged Polish team. And their name is so hard to pronounce. And every time I see their name, I'm just like, oh, I'm not pronouncing that. I just basically give up. I'm just like, nah. I'm not pronouncing that name today. I'll go hacked or yes or they're gonna get deleted quickly. It's not anyone big, it's always the people who try to cast games in particular. To be fair, the funniest one was the person who tried to blame, I think it was Oceania, for getting their stream copy striked. When they were casting, like, they were casting games in Russian. And he was basically telling them, you can't cast these games. Like, over and over and over again, they were telling them, you can't cast these games. Their rights are owned by Paragon/Winline. Okay. Yeah, can you not post that shit first, though? Like, don't post the scam. Just, like, literally just don't. But anyway, what was it? The Russian in particular, like, literally went off at Oceania, and Oceania had told him like 5 times that if you cast the open qualifiers, okay, you don't own the rights, and if you do, you get banned. And the guy was like being held cocky, being like, oh, okay. Hope I don't get caught then, announcing the Discord that we're casting the game in Russian. And they got banned 20 minutes later and accused Oceania of not telling them. And then Oceania's like, I told you 5 times that you don't own the rights. Like, you don't have the rights to cast it. Or he's telling him to get the rights of Winline and Paragon before casting it. Now, I do emphasize them with the situation because obviously no Russians can obviously cast any open qualifiers. But yeah, I don't have any sympathy for that guy. No worries, Helium, dude. Correction, they can't cast in Russian. They can cast, yeah, exactly. They can cast, but not in Russian, yeah. It's a sad situation, I'm going to say, for the Russians overall. Because like a lot of Russian casters can't get any practice. Because they can't cast any game. And I was actually very curious on why Winline and Paragon took all the games, but no one's casting them in Russian. By the way, the Cube will win this, just an FYI. Here's Tyler picked the map. Because just an FYI, they don't cast, Winline and Paragon don't cast all the open qualifier games. It's just really confusing. It's like, why do you buy the open qualifier rights if you're not casting all the games? It's a kind of like a poor investment, so let's put it that way. From my POV. Anyways, how are you, man, Heal? I mean, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but how are you, Heal Lumi? Honestly, it's even worse for the people that work for the Russian teams. As in... Really? Like, they can't even cast it in Russian, even though they're the orgs? Shooting for Cube? Oh, I gotta say, if they get us a good start on Mirage, maybe we'll grant us a great HE grenade. They're gonna take down Mercury early. I gotta say, may not be too much cheering, but a 2-for-2 trade's looking pretty good. Make it a 3-for-2 trade. Tugu's on very low HP though. Ozia's gonna go straight to triple, and that's gonna be a trade. This actually could be a big round here. Kami, 1v3. Tugu on 2%, double peak. First round for the Cube. Beautiful start. Mongolians are pretty strong this season. Yeah, to be fair, the Cube got absolutely bounced out on Inferno. So that's why I'm not too positive on it. And this is an aimer map, and they got literally cleaned up on an aimer map, which is Inferno. But good start, good start. One of the guys talking for Aurora a while back. Yeah, actually, you're right, because Aurora have their own channel. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. 3 of the top 5 Mongolian teams aren't in the ECL. Well, maybe they should get into ECL. Good anti-eco so far. They're just waiting to try and get the bomb plant. Jam Young, he might be able to get the bomb planted here. Oh no. He just walks into the stack at connector. Second round the board for the Cube. Cube in a good position to start on a Mirage. Because even if they lose this round, they can just buy back in. They've got M4s and Sana will be on an MP9. And Sonk will actually be on an AWP. Buy round coming in for Tyloo. This is a critical round here for the Cube. I did talk to the Aurora guy, okay? The Aurora manager. That's why he made a comment on like the best caster ever. Dad talked to him. Good AK recovery there. Oh geez, CDR's got 1. And on the other end, Tugu's gonna be careful on balcony. Is Kami gonna check balcony? I think Tugu's got an advantage here. That's easy for Tugu. Tugu's got an AK. That's a good upgrade. I got 2 upgrades already. This is going really ideally for CDR's taken out. It's the bomb dropped. And yeah, that's like I say, they could be able to grab 3 AKs out of this. This is huge. It's up to Mosier. Cube gonna get 3 rounds here. Bombs dropped at top middle. Sonks got short. And also top middle. They're expecting an apartment's bust. So Sonk could go down here. That's an AK loss, but that's not too bad. They've kept all their rifles at least. I'm just checking middle. It's gonna be checking window next. Should be swung on. Yep, there we go. 3 guns for the Cube, and they grab 3 rifles out of that. That's actually quite huge as well. Cube already got a bit of a bank from Mirage. That's gonna build up their confidence to start. Like, look at that money on Sana, Sonk, and Clouden. That's actually really huge. And Tugu's allowed to get his AWP as well. They can keep free AKs. That's actually really, really good. Tyloo are going to have to do a half buy, which they don't do in the end. They get 4 Deagles, no armor on them, though. Mosier. If you can get a 1D, it'll be huge. A HE, Sana saw someone creeping in apps. Gotta be careful with Sana. Poking your head off at the wrong time could lead it to being 1D'd. Orb shot, Tugu misses. Sana could be in a bit of trouble. Short play may need to act, and Sana, great timing. Clouden. Molotov towards unders. Trying to go for some middle control. Jam Young's got a 1 dig. Traded up almost immediately. Checking towards the A side. Clouden. Falling from short. I'm going to swing on him. Seen the Deagle actually. So he knows Mercury's here. Great work. Working off each other incredibly well on Mirage. Kami, able to heavily tag up Clouden. Should take down Clouden, he does. Flashbang goes in, a missed flash, given that Kami is using a wall. Sana puts 4 on the board for the cube. We could be heading to nuke really quickly, actually. I'm going to be real. We could be heading to nuke quite quickly, but we'll see how this one drags on. Because at the moment, it's looking very good for the cube. I mean, it's only been 1 gun round, so, you know, second gun round's coming up. They could lose 13 straight, we never know. That'd be pretty unlucky, but, you know, they could lose 13 straight. Jeez, Mosier. Caught in a Molotov. I gotta say though, Cube CT starts looking very good. They've got money. That's what I'm saying, like, unless they drain out their money, they're looking quite good at the moment. Kami's cleared out Anselmo trying to go for the flank at Palace. Just feeling it, given there was no aggression to A main. And a flank was coming in somewhere. Mercury. Haven't smoked off connector yet. Actually, they've put an advanced smoke on connector. They can hit B. And they actually can't do anything about it. Most likely going to be a re-smoke coming in. Jam Young. You're going to fake it out. Now Sana. Mercury's cleaned out window, been taking down Clouden. Molotov's going to be thrown in. Sana's going to go ahead, but Mercury's just waiting. Jeez, they're just meticulously taking out the players on each side. As soon as they hear a second player, it's going to be Tugu. Tugu misses a shot. Very high pressure for Tugu here, trying to take out the Tetris player. Can it stop the bomb from being planted? Nah. CDR with a wall bang onto Tugu. That was unexpected. First round on the board for Tyloo. They've got money. Like, Cube can just throw money around. They're very, you know, cool, calm, and collect of it. He played for Mag, basically a team that just went home very early. That team was, what's that guy's name again? Was it Derek? That hard carried Mag? I'm very sure it's Derek. He's like the hard carry of Mag. Like, really, really hard carry. Like, it was, oh, no, not just hard carry, ultra hard carry. He carried more than Monacy carries G2. Ariku was pretty good as well. To be fair, I think Monacy hard carries G2 a lot more than people think, to be honest. Holy moly. Good damage early on. Mosier's been tickled. Same with Jam Young as well. A lot of one-tap potential now. They've actually got a weak crossfire on middle. And it can work out if Tyloo don't nullify it. Molotov throw to unders. They make sure the unders can't egress. And they're going to have to go for a B hit. Sana. Sana actually doesn't see anything else. Selma goes down to a Kobe. Smoke's gonna be thrown in. They're gonna play ahead of that smoke. Sana gets the first hit. Doesn't get the second hit. Trying to do as much damage as Sana can. Sana eventually goes down to Kami. Kami's been wallbanged actually by the AWP by Tugu. Bomb is gonna be planted. Oh, jeez, Kami very lucky that didn't pop up into him. And they're just gonna have to save here. Cube have no choice. Because they can buy up next round. They keep these weapons alive. Maybe someone has to go on an MP9. But they can buy up next round as well. Have a bit of a chance. Second round the board for Tyloo. And Aracle to IHC. To be fair, I think like with Mag in particular, that team was going to be picked for parts, given how good Aracle and Derek played. Like you obviously know like where teams, like if a team that doesn't have much support gets, you know, goes up and gets pretty decent in the RMR, and there's any decent players that's highlight, they're going to be picked for parts by the other big teams. Like the other big teams are going to take notice, they're going to pick them for parts of what they need and whatnot. It's kind of the most difficult part of being a tier 2 team or even a tier 3 team is that the moment one of your star players becomes very, very good, he will get offers from other teams and potentially picked up as well, and people will be like really watching his like contract expiry and whatnot. Mercury at top mid. Tugu is at short, and I don't think Mercury's aware of it now. Let's pick the AWP out at short. He's back saying, guys, AWP at short. Let's be careful. So they're going to go for an A hit, given that Tugu's at short, so they notice it has to be riflers. But there are only like 3 tiers. There's a lot of tiers. There's a lot of tiers. This is like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 EU, the only ones that really get talked about. So it's just going to put a bit of pressure onto the players at Connector. I'm going to sneak in towards stairs. Towards jungle as well. They've seen the ticket player. Oceania gets the opening pick. Oh, jeez, Mercury. Oh, an absolute dazzler of a shot. Bombs planted. Waste of Ammo was a pretty good name. And he's like one of the good players. Like if it was bad, it would have been the best meme name. Like, you know, just killing him is a waste of ammo. But he was actually a legitimately good player. But yeah, 13-4 rank. They can't buy this round. This will be a force. This will be an anti-eco. Jeez, be careful here. Also, Anselmo, by the way, make sure you close the stream. Integrity purposes. Unless that's someone else on his account. Like, the only reason why I say that is obviously rules have to be followed for the players. I don't know, maybe I should ask Wander about that rule, but I'm sure that rule's still enforced, that you just don't watch the broadcast stream until the game's over. But then again, it would have to be someone else on his account, because he wouldn't have had any time to really talk. Maybe it is someone else on his account. Remember, this is delayed by 4 minutes, just an FYI. As Anselmo gets the first hit. Taking down Jam Young at unders. Molotov being thrown in. Cloud's gonna push. Cloud's gonna take a lot of damage there. Oh geez, missed shot. Cloud has an opportunity. He does take down ZDR. Not even punished for it. However, Mosier does a bit of punishing on his own. Taking down Sana and Anselmo. Mercury takes out Clouden. Could have been a tech summit. He still should be watching. He still shouldn't be here. Kobe and Kami take it out. What I'm saying is, like, you know, it's unlikely to be him. Do you get what I mean? Given that he should be on the game. But, like, either way, just, yeah, if you're a coach or anything like that and you're playing in the game, you shouldn't be watching the broadcast. Like, if you're playing in the game, basically. Because you can see the other team's economy. Which, obviously, is meant to be invisible. Molotov being thrown in. Asama gets a pick onto ZDR. ZDR, well, he drops the bomb. They're putting a lot of pressure onto it. Mercury's actually got a bit of an entry as well on towards short. I mean, you are meant to best have an estimate, yeah, exactly, but you're not meant to know the exact economy, if you get what I mean. You can estimate it, but that's the point. You're meant to estimate it rather than have an economy being presented to you. Sana. Doesn't see much aggression towards the middle, so they're not terribly too sure about this. Ooh, that smoke did not land, or did it? That smoke did land a connector. Jam Young's the most talented, then Mercury, then Mosier. Jam Young is just very good at trading, like incredibly good at trading, especially with like flicks from other sides of the map. He's very good at it. And so once again catches Mosier on the lurk. Bolts off towards Shadow. Sonic's gonna have to throw down a smoke. And HE is gonna go in as well. Flashbang being thrown in as a counter flash. Mercury catches Sonk. Now Kami's gonna go to the stairs. Tugu's not gonna be prepared for it, but does adjust. Well, Kobe's gonna come in. And we see night ticket. Jeez, Jam Young nailed the ticket player. And Selmo's just probably couldn't believe it. Bombs planted default. They know Jam Young somewhere. So he's seen the foot. Sana can clutch this. Oh, Mercury's gone to the opposite end. Well, Jam Young goes for a pot shot. Sana's got one. Jam Young trying to go for another pot shot. Another M4 being picked up. Jam Young's just staying under. He's going to pick up an AK as well. Sana made a noise. Jam Young not peeking. Jam Young wide swing. Ooh, that was a good 1v1. Both clutch players versing each other. You saw the mind games going on in there between both players. I think this mind game was even worse here. Was Sana dropping off here to bait a sound cue, hoping that Jam Young was going to go here. That's like called laying down the gauntlet. It's like, yeah, I'm going to tell you where I am. I'm hoping you're going to swing here, though. Okay. Really, confidence really showing there. 5 rounds entirely, though. I think the best kill there was Jam Young getting the ticket player, like eliminating the ticket player of the AWP almost instantly. And this is why I feel like Jam Young is a lot better, is that the trades happen instantly. It's just like, you know, someone kills his teammate, bam, Jam Young's traded. Like, instant trade. Like, instantaneous. Like, that player has no chance of getting a second kill or more. Jam Young's already on your ass. You just get one kill, that's it. And that's why I feel like Jam Young's a lot better from that mechanic sort of way. If a star player takes out one of your players and you trade him out instantly, you know, he's basically a queen for a pawn, basically. Tugu's tagged up. Clouden being very aggressive. Is Kami going to be aware of this? Kami's seen it last time, I'm going to say. Kami's been aware of this flank in particular. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade in middle, though. They've actually got an AK, because Elsoma killed a player in apps. Oh, Mercury's heard April Sana. Whoa! They might not be able to get to site at the moment. 1-for-1. Oh, jeez. ZDK. How's it? Oh, ZDR. Jeez! ZDR was panicking. He had, you know, had all the groceries in his hands with the AWP, trying to just make sure he could flick overs out in the open. That was as cool as a cucumber there. It's a free K. I gotta say, that was a little good crunch here from Cube, getting that AK. But also, as well, was a good trade down towards the short play. I'm trying to think what else. Kami's been very good in watching out for this area. Like, that you cannot flank through Palace against Kami. Kami is checking all these angles to make sure you don't pass A main or T spawn without passing go. Like, he's been a high monitor of it, and the Cube got to be very careful that they can't continue to do this, or Bozier seeing Tugu. Ooh, could be a bit of damage here as well. Oh, jeez, that was a bit of a rigmarole, and that's a great HE as well. Cube could get a 5th round here, I'm going to say. Ooh, jeez, gonna be kept testy on that one. Gonna be very testing on that one, testing an AWP on a jump spot angle. I don't think you would test an AWP on a jump spot angle like that, especially if you hang a little bit too long. Cloudon's gonna start running soon. Cloudon almost caught out there. Like I say, Tyler don't have much utility left to hit a site. Flashbang gonna be thrown in. You're gonna have to rotate over. Tugu's got 1, but he's flash, but Tugu should be able to maintain it. Should be a 3v3, and they will definitely peek out here. Surprised no one's gone down yet, actually, from Tyloo. Sana does actually get 1 in the end, and that should be the round here. Sana will be traded out by Jamyoung. Jamyoung gets a 2nd as well, but should be traded out by Tugu. Can't get the nade out. 5th round the ball for the Cube. The initial 2 picks from Cube just basically gave him that round. Tyloo, the slight lead. The Cube letting go that early lead, that 4-0. Won their first round since that 4-0 lead. Tugu. Hesitation against that. CDR. It's going to take a nade to the face. Sana's going to be very careful. Sana spraying towards short. Sana goes for a jump peek. It could hurt. Cube. They're doing it again. They're checking A main this time. Kami would have heard that, by the way. It's checking for the flank or towards Palace as well. Tugu. In between rounds. They're keeping their utility as much as they can. Coming up to the A site. Molotovs and smoke's been thrown in. Counter's flash as well. Jamyoung looks away. And they're going to be able to just clean right in. Going to stairs. Tugu, is he aware of it? We've seen Tugu, Jamyoung. Tugu's a dead man. He's not going to be able to aim up. The connector players even confirmed it. Bomb planted for triple. Could take down Jamyoung. Oh no. He didn't commit to it. But he's a dead man regardless. Is that stairs? Cloudon loses to Jamyoung, but Sana could clutch out. Can't clutch out. Mosier from the Palace could be a 7th round for Tyloo. Tyloo. Return fire. I've got to say overall, got a close game, Mirage. A bit of a close game. The assists are looking very good from both teams. Like, I think the assists are the same. Yeah, the trading's very good from both teams. I feel like Tyloo have just got a little inkling ahead. Tyloo, you know, they lost the first 4 rounds. They got an inkling ahead. Mosier, a sandwich. So yeah, I was just inspecting his dualies. He's doing the click click. They can't hear this click click, by the way. You don't know. They can't hear it. Very quiet for the first couple of seconds. Usually it's a quick execute. But very, very quiet. Looking for an A execute. Okay, I have 2 players coming from connector. 2 players from A main, 1 player from Palace. Smoke's gonna be thrown in. Mosier at sandwich. They heard a step at A main. Mosier's gonna stand still. Gonna play at Tetris today. Check him a sandwich. Bouncing onto Shadow. Mozo misses the first shot. Bit of a punishment there. Almost traded out. Jam Young's won his duel at Connector. Anselmo. Oh, geez. Mozo is in a horrible location. He's gonna go down very quickly. Jam Young. They've got to play a booster through window. Jam Young snipes out Clouden. He spots one on default. Spots the other at stairs. And Jam Young's just dropped the bomb. And now it's just up to Tugu. And it's going to be very hard for Tugu here as Mercury swings in with the dualies. And puts Tyloo on 8. Eight 5. I feel left out of conversation. I do too, but to be fair, they're doing what they do best. Oh, Mercury. 1 for 1. The MP9. ZDR's going to throw an A for a HE. He might get a Kobe. Doesn't get a Kobe. Gets a kill instead. Good anti-eco. 9 for Tyloo. I'm going to say, basically, Cube and Tyloo have done the exact same thing to each other, okay? Good anti-ecos. Like, first of all, good pistols. Good anti-ecos. And now let's see if we can follow up with a good gun round. Gonna be a tough round here for Tyloo. Same situation, basically deja vu for the Cube. Except side swapped. It was a good trade at unders, yeah it was. Very good trade at unders. Getting an MP9 is pretty decent. He lost $600 there. Actually going to be thrown in. This is a critical jewel. Critical jewel. Anselmo gets a headshot. Mosier gets the trade. Needed trade, by the way. Mosier grabs another at short. Jeez. Yeah, and then the MP9's paid for as well. Mosier being boosted up as well. Sana's going to be very careful. Very, very careful. Sana jumping on the bench. Ooh, not careful. And ZDR, just as Sana's heads turns, able to get the kill. Anselmo pushing up A main. They know they've got to be short side. They've got to be middle side of the A site defense. ZDR, there's going to be a big jewel here. Anselmo might get the advantage. He does. But traded out instantly by Kami. Kami at short. Jam Young as well. All chipping in. 10 rounds for Tyloo. Clutch was playing guard GR. They weren't going to win that. Tyloo get 10 on the board. And they grabbed 3 AKs out of that. Oh. That's going to be awkward. They also bought an extra M4 as well. Anselmo. We've got a hero AK. 2 Tech 9s and a Deagle. The Tech 9s doing keck work. Anselmo catches the connector player. Jam Young to trade. It's a 4v3 man advantage to the Cube. Sana. Oh, he's heard Sana. You know Sana's at connector. Okay, trigger rotate. If the Cube have heard this, they may actually go to B instead. But I don't think they've heard this. Kami. Just under Palace. I was going to go into A main. That will actually be a good defense as well. It's going to check A main, sees nobody. Mercury's going to be careful as well. They could execute on him, and Mercury's in the open. Mercury. Looking at Tetris. Spots the head, takes down 1, almost traded out. Mercury's going to be swung upon, gets a second as well. Flashbang going to be thrown out. Oh, that's a good flashbang. That forces them back for the time being. Mercury. Oh, geez, Jam Young taken out by 2. That's a huge frag as well. Because Jam Young was trying to go on the flank. They don't know where the second player is. It's the worst part. They have no idea where Kami is. Anselmo trying to win the headshot. Jill does. And they still have no idea where Kami is. Tugu. Go from A main. Still wins it. Great round, great half buy from the Cube, and the Cube put 6 on the board. Big round. Tyloo can buy up, but that's going to drain a lot of Tyloo's money. These guys are so sharp. They are. Jamyoung got to push out. Flashbang comes in. Jamyoung's in the smoke somewhere. These counter flashes coming everywhere. Jeez. Can't believe Jamyoung got a kill out of that. Mercury. It was actually stopped the B aggression from Sana. Bit reckless from Sana there, because that's going to give Mercury an AK. Meanwhile, Song. Oh, he's caught CDR ticket. CDR's got to move. He can't hold that angle. But his counter partner, Mosier, is on stairs to try and prevent that aggression. Mosier takes a bit of damage. Another smoke's going to come in. And Mosier just going to wait on the edge of that smoke. He's made noise, but they didn't hear it from all the Molotovs and all the flashes. So Mosier's got 1. ZDR is eventually a dead man at ticket, and he's got 2. Tugu, 1 for 1 onto Kami. But Tugu, he did a lot there, but it's just, he can't trade so much. He needs to get a bit more, but he couldn't get a bit more. 11 for Tyloo. Yeah, I gotta say, the Cube are just losing on mechanics and losing on experience, but it's not by much. Like, they've got 6 rounds against Tyloo. That's a fairly decent given the fact that we're entering as a number 7 seed. And they're versing Tyloo, who I believe is the number 3 seed, I believe. Sana, the Tech 9. Oh, beautiful shot. Will be forced out. Almost takes Mosier on the double dink. They're gonna have to have Mosier on the AWP, I was gonna say. CDR's gonna have to go elsewhere. They've got no middle control. The force buy, obviously, from the Cube. What is even their logo? A cube. It's a square. You know how all teams have like circular logos and whatnot? The Cube's logo is a square. It's very unique. Oh, Jamyoung's hurt. He's got all the info he needs. Flashman been thrown in. Jamyoung doesn't have to peek yet. Oh, that's a great nade. They heard the damage being dealt, and Jamyoung's dead, man. Oh, no, he actually... Jeez, that's gonna haunt the Cube. Having the Mac 10, though, is cleaning up. It's got an upgrade. Swings out. It's got it. Can do it. Kami's only got an MP9, and Kami won't be able to win this duel on short with just an MP9. Bomb's been picked up. Bomb's been planted for apps. It's got no indication of where the bomb could be. Kami just sneaking up. We've seen the player at bench. Trying to get the headshot. It's not going to get it. Clouded, what a clutch. Big, massive clutch of the Mac 10. Again, AWP to recover that as well. Tyloo has just been caught napping. And that's going to be a full hard eco as well. I wouldn't be surprised if they force up here, Tyloo. Because they kind of have to, because it's double eco. Yeah, they're going to force up. They're probably talking about it and just be like, nah, it's a double eco, we're going to force. It's going to get Cube to at least 9 if they do win this round. We've got the hero from us. Loading up ladder room. Big round by Cloud and completely dumps Tyloo's economy. I'm not going to say anything but struggling to get onto that boost position. And Kami's hearing all of this. Kami's playing on a headshot angle as well. Smoke's been thrown over. Kami actually thought it was a flash. Kami. Ooh, Mercury goes down. Molotov being thrown in. Oh, actually, it's a bad molly as well. Kami on balcony, not revealing his location. They check it. They do check it. Kami's got 1, 2. Jamie got the second in the end. Kami's lived a lot longer. Jamie has got 2 1-digs from Firebox. How? He's seen the AWP as well. He saw the shoulder of the AWPer. He's going to go for it. Sonk from Palace. He's going to be careful. He knows Jam Young's here. Jam Young's got a third. What's going on? Tugu's already been tagged up from Jam Young's Deagle. He's got 18 seconds. He has to get onto the site. Gotta try to go for a wallbang. Doesn't go for it. Should get Jam Young. Doesn't. Tries to go out the pistol. Jam Young's just done enough. Tugu's got 1. Jam Young with a trade. Oh no. Even after that cloud and clutch, Jam Young just shows he's just a bit better. 12 rounds for Tyler. And that's thrown Cube into a 4-spy. Oh, man. What a round from Jam Young, getting a lot of 1-digs as well. Their Cube are just... They're shell-shocked. They can't believe that happened. They're probably in awe of Cloudon's clutch. And they just get slapped back down to reality just like that. Cloudon, can he take down Mercury here? Seeing the elbow. Still wins the duel. Still a few twists and tails in this game. Mosier on a short. They check short. Mosier's there. Mosier's got 1. And he's just going to get out of there. Going to keep even Stevens at 4-4. He's going to make sure Murder Hole's closed up, though. He's going to clear out A main. He's going to tell everyone no one's there. Bias to the A side. Got to hear Mosier throw that smoke towards Palace. They don't expect Kami in this boost position. And the fact they had a jungle player, they're probably assuming that they're deep in sights. They're not realizing it's a B site rotate. Kami. He's there. Gonna try to swing upon him. 1 for 1. ZDR's got at least 1 at least. ZDR's in a really horrible position at default. Gonna go for a no-scope. Does get a no-scope. Beautiful shot. Can't get the flick on towards Sana in the end. It's all up to Mosier. And Mosier's at triple. Did you see Mosier at triple? He's not gonna... Oh, no, they're gonna run to B instead. They have a feeling that Mosier's there. He's gonna be right. Oh no, they could lose a bomb here. Fortunately, Sana wins that duel. That's gonna be 8 for the Cube. Gonna say if Sana loses that duel, that's over. That game, that map is over. Scout buy coming in. Force buy coming in for Tyler. It is a... I can say right now for Tyler, it is a double eco. So this force buy... Definitely vouch for it. HG's gonna hit Mosier for a bit of damage. I think it would have given... yeah, it would have given Sana a bit of a noise cue. Cube, you've got to take this very carefully as well. They took a bit of a relaxed approach and Jam Young 1-digged them. Then again, they also won a round that they really shouldn't have won either. And around Selmo's ladder room, Mosier heard it. Well, that was a bad connector smoke. Very bad connector smoke. They're not going to sell that one. 4 players on B. Bombs back at TV room. Gonna head towards B or A. That's the main question here. And they're heading towards A. Yep, that confirms it. No rotations as of yet. Actually, Mercury rotating across. The court. That's the murder hole guarded. Checking ticket to... Should be a 9th round for the Cube here. Kami and Tugu. Oh, they don't check it. Kami's got 1. Trying to go for the play on balcony. He knows the player is there. Just needs to be able to take out the play on balcony so he can grab that AK. But they've got to run, and Kami can grab that weapon as well. Because it doesn't have to take any damage, and he does. Oh no, he'll be stopped. Can he hide here and live? He might be able to. No, he won't be able to. Like, he'll be dropped, but I gotta say, Mercury's gonna be able to pick up that M4. And that's gonna be good for this round coming up. I don't think they're aware that he picked up his M4, by the way. Mercury, oh jeez, doesn't succeed on the boost. Would catch a player with a grenade in his hands. Flashbang goes in, should be clear. Oh no, isn't cleared out. He's gonna get 1, but traded out by Anselmo. That's a good trade. Nova picked up by ZDR. It's gonna be up close and personal. He gets a Nova headshot from here. That's gonna be great, but I don't think he will. He's trying to get that M4 back. That M4 is... Oh jeez, that weapon's gonna be thrown back even further. That M4 is going to be thrown back towards the top mid. ZDR's checking unders. Doesn't see anyone there. Tugu is going to be very careful about peeking into this. Do they know about Nova? I don't think they do. Could give an AK over to ZDR. That would be catastrophic. Well, now they know about it. They're definitely not going to go in. They're going to recover that M4. Kami's got it at least. They recovered an AK as well. Cube are going to be careful of what they give away. Because that's 2 weapons being given away. And now they're going to try and escape via TV room. And that Nova is going to slam Sonk. Can it slam Anselmo? Yes, it does. Can it slam another? Yes, it does. It kills their entire team. ZDR has just basically killed all their team with a Nova. Okay? And he's got so much money for every single kill. Like, look at that money. Oh. And the worst part is that the Cube didn't have much money into that round, which means they've got like Galils they have to buy. Like that was a huge amount of Nova kills. And now the Cube are walking up a hill to try and get back into this. Great start by Clown. That's exactly what they needed. Just an initial pick. Molotov's been thrown in as well, making sure they just can't go much further. Flashbang's been thrown in as well. Everything's just hurting at the moment for Tyler. Tyler, they've kept it cool. Jam Young, they've got a few back. And jeez, it's not looking good. All that money from that shotgun has just given Tyler 13. And it's just won the game for Tyler. The Cube, though, I've got to say. You know, even with that 4K, you know, I gotta say for the Cube, Tyler relied a lot on not lucky moments, but miraculous and brave 1% plays. In particular, is yeah, like man, like you can't take it away from the Cube. The Cube did very good on Tyler on that map pick. 10 rounds is fairly decent, and like I said, especially like Tyler, for example. They had to like really pop off a lot of miraculous clutches and stuff like that to get back into this game. But the Cube, I gotta say, they're gonna feel unfortunate there. The 4K by ZDR with the Nova just gave them so much money. Everyone had full util. They also had the rifles on the other end as well from the initial middle duel in particular. And the Cube, I've just got to say, like, that's where they dropped it there. They were gonna verse Tyler with probably a pretty shitty buy if they didn't walk into that Nova. And then Tyler, you know, they've got the 4K of the Nova, and damn, they've got a big buy coming up, and that's what happened there. The Cube, though, I say for the Cube for their season, I wouldn't be too unhappy with it. You know, they versed a good team in Tyler. They got their ass handed into them on Inferno, but they did pretty good on Mirage. I don't think they should be too unhappy with themselves. I think they did a very good job. Like, they did a very, very good job overall. Tyler, happy to get out of it 2-0 and happy to get out of it without dropping a map. That's probably the mainstay there. There's just like, yep, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Like, you know, we've got 2-0. May have been a bit challenging, but 2-0's 2-0. Now, obviously, Tyler. Let me try and find who Tyler are going to be versing. Lidvision and Atox is still going, by the way. What's in the future of Cube? They stick together, they become a better team. That's pretty much it. There's nothing really more to add to that. I'm gonna be brutally honest. They play... So, Tyler played GR. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Tyler played GR. And that's it. Yeah, I'd say Cube got a good future. Like, that young Ross is looking pretty good. Sana is looking like a definitely a really, really good player to pick up. Like, they're playing very well. That's pretty much it. It's just more of a, just keep practicing, just keep going at it, just keep going at it over and over again. They'll eventually get something rolling, okay, that team? Like, they'll eventually get something rolling. Because that was actually, like, given that team finished 7th, and there's a big gulf of skill between, like, the top 4 and the rest, they gave it a good solid try. And it was really, really good to watch. And yeah, I think they've got a good future. Tyler as well. Tyler will get a lot better once they get the actual roster in. But, you know, they're also going to be put on notice as well. So I'm trying to find a stream to throw you guys to raid. What tournament would you guys prefer to watch, okay? What tournament you guys prefer to watch? Like, do you guys want to watch CCT? Or do you guys want to watch Compass? What are you guys feeling? You know what I'm going to say? I get for you guys to Compass, actually. I mean, my goals are about to play it. Oh, yeah, yep. That's obviously on Compass. Yep, okay. I'll put you guys to that. 2 seconds. There we go. If you guys, okay, by the way as well, if you guys are in stream either Tyleo or Cube, if you guys can speak like acceptable English as per se, because obviously we want the interview to go well. Yeah, next time I could do interviews for Asian games in particular, but I think that's gonna be my last game of the playoffs for the Asian scene, given the fact that I think the next game is GR versus Tyloo, and that's tomorrow, and I won't be here tomorrow. Anyways, guys, there we go. Thank you guys for tuning along. Hope you guys are having a great day. We get for you guys to Compass. You guys can watch the Mongols. See you guys later. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys enjoyed the stream, follow. If you enjoyed the stream a lot, that you want me to keep doing it, you can subscribe to me, or if you want me to keep doing it as well, you can donate to me as well. This isn't my full-time job, just an FYI. I'm a qualified financial advisor, so don't feel obligated to do so. Watching is pretty good. When you're going to cast, I don't think I'll be casting any of the ESL stuff because I think that's all done for community, other than maybe the relegations, probably, or the open finals. We'll see. Anyways, guys, see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.